I've got the beach ball of death, so
Hopefully that beach ball death goes away, but I'm going live.
it's yeah. It could be thinking we're connecting. We're doing something. So
And on TTS with
come down here to bark.
Dave Shaw.
Oh, what is this thing doing? There we LOS connect. What?
Something went wrong. Don't you hate when something goes wrong?
What happened?
I was trying to just send something out and something went wrong. Are you almost connected?
It's connecting. I haven't gotten to the percentages yet. Connecting. Do it. Come on.
This is recording us do all this. That's funny. We get the whole little.
Well, this is the reality of
I see you there.
play. Oh,
I see you there.
why am I always green?
You don't have to be green.
Well, how do I change it? Because it always says choose color, and like I only have green as an option.
Well, that's because there's only two colors on this particular one. I will show you. Hold on. Um,
It's no big deal.
green or whatever that color is. I can change it to a different color.
Gray.
What color would you like to be?
Oh, well, I prefer to be blue. It's my favorite color.
Blue. You're now blue.
Ah, there you go.
And I will be
The end.
green. How's that?
Oh, no, there's three of us playing.
Is there? How's there three of those?
Well, there's a gray. There's a gray pulse still in the middle of the map.
Oh no, that is the dark, the light gray is a spectator. The dark
Oh,
gray is a game master. I just have to switch
yeah.
over to me so that I'm now playing the game with you. And
Please do.
can I close this down? I don't really need that up there. Chat settings. I don't need to see the chat settings. There we go. All right. I've upgraded this, Dave, and fixed all the problems we had last time. So, I will show
Oh,
you that in just a minute. So, everyone, welcome to Last One Standing. This is Ryan Heilman, and
Dave Shaw.
I believe we are recording here. We will double check and see that we are live streaming. Yes, we are live streaming. And what we're going to be playing today, or playtesting today, is the game currently called Last One Standing. That game title may change, but that is the current title of the game. And it is the next in the series that follows Brave Little Belgium and White Eagle Defiant. It is a series of games that we like to call the David and Goliath games. They all have similar characteristics in that they are kind of a beat the clock games with uh, small armies on one side and much larger opponents on the other side. Of course, Brave Little Belgium was the fearsome German army. We saw that in play the other day when Dave kicked my butt against the Entente of Belgium and France and Great Britain. And then in White Eagle Defiant, which is coming out very soon, we have the very fearsome, again, German army against the Polish. And later on in that game, you get the fearsome Soviet army coming in against the Polish as well. In this game, it's a little bit different. This is a sci-fi game, and if you notice, this is America, the coast of America, basically from about the panhandle of Oklahoma east. And this is a very different America in about the year 2050, which has been completely decimated by global warming. You can see much of the East Coast is missing. The Mississippi is much larger. A lot of the cities along the Gulf of Mexico are gone. And it is one in which the major cities like New Orleans and Washington and New York still exist, but they're basically these large fortified cities with what's
Aqua Cities.
aqua cities. What do we call those things? They have
I forget. We did a We did have a good name for it, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I'm blanking offhand. But anyway, they have these big giant walls. I'll come up with it. They have these big giant walls around each of the cities that are protecting them and making it so the water cannot get in. And it if that can be bad enough, at the same time we have these semi-intelligent creatures that start burrowing out from under the ground and basically decimate everybody in the western part of the United States. And you can see them up here. They're all lined up in these cities right here. And they are about to attack the eastern part of the United States. The only thing really protecting the eastern part of the United States is this blue fusion fence, which is connected by all these different forts along the Mississippi, basically. And the insects, the bugs, which we call the swarm, can't get through there unless they destroy two connecting forts, thus deactivating the fusion fence and allowing them to get through. If they can get through, then they have to destroy two major cities. You have to destroy New York, Washington, D.C., or Atlanta, all of which are fortified cities. And the reason why they want to destroy those cities is because in each one of those places, they're working on a biochemical bioweapon to destroy the bugs. We have the CDC down here in Atlanta. We got the Pentagon up in Washington, D.C., and we have the SPI up in New York. I was thinking instead of...
And what does SPI stand for?
Well, I was thinking about that. I think I might have to go with Swarm Prevention Institute. I think I have it in the manual as Swarm Protection, but that sounds like they're being protected. This is preventing them.
That would be their SPI.
Yeah, that'd be our, that's our SPI. So, and the major scientists that are perfecting it, wasn't it? Did we come up with that? Up at the SPI? It must be like
Actual names.
like Dunnigan and Simonson, something like that. Wasn't that the scientists' names?
Well, I guess if we were going with SPI, yeah, it would be Dunnigan and Simonson.
There we go. Those are the two scientists that are perfecting the chemical, the bioweapon to destroy the bugs. And the bugs have to do all of this by August 28th to 30th. They get through, destroying two forts, get through, destroy two cities. That's going to basically eliminate the American defense. And if they can do it before then, they win. If they can't, by 28th through 30th of August, the Americans deploy the biochemical weapon created by we should really put that in Dunnigan and Simonson and the good doctors, and then destroy the swarm and the end of the game. So that's kind of the deal with this game. So we're going to be play testing it, and I don't know that anybody's watching, but if they are, hello. We are here play testing. So last time we played, I was the Americans, and Dave was the bugs, the swarm. And you were doing very well. I thought you could, you had penetrated the fusion fence, and it looked like I thought maybe you could take over New York and D.C. I think you would have had a hard time with Atlanta. And I ended up blowing up the whole world with nuclear weaponry, basically. So I'm going to try to avoid that again today, but I think I'm going to play the Swarm today, and Dave's going to play the Americans. So he'll try to avoid blowing up the world with nuclear weapons, and I will try destroying the world with tremors. Those are two different things that we'll see as the game goes along. So, anything else we want to explain before we get started?
Other than the fact that we have to start by rolling for the militia, I think you did a spectacular job.
Thank you, sir. So yes, just like in brave little Belgium, there are militia units that pop up on the American side to protect the homeland of the Americans from these swarm of insects that are coming in, and we'll meet the insects in a minute. We have worms, we have ants, we have spiders, and we'll meet all those in a minute. And these militia, just like in brave little Belgium, are going to be rolled on a table down here, and Dave's going to roll two six-sided dice, and he's going to read off the vertical first and then the horizontal second, and then I am going to place the militia from my little bag over here, and there's 12 of them that can be placed. 9 of them are active militia, varying capacities, and 3 of them are blank, just like in Brave Little Belgium. So this game really does kind of meld a little bit of Brave Little Belgium with a little bit of White Eagle Defiant, with a little bit of new stuff. And really, it is not with the publisher yet. What we're hoping to do is get our play testing done. And once we can get our play testing done, we are obviously going to then submit it and hopefully get another contract on this one to go along with the first 2 games. So, Dave, go ahead and roll. And I will pull out one.
Are you ready?
I am ready. I talked enough.
Well, you are a teacher. 4 and 5.
4 and 5 is Charleston. You can go ahead and roll again, Dave. I am ready for you.
1 and 4.
1 and 4 is Columbia. I have to take off my glasses to look at this.
Oh dear. 5 and 3.
5 and 3 is Scranton. Joe Biden's homeland. Maybe Joe Biden's leading the militia up there. He'd be dead by then.
Or the people from The Office.
Oh, well,
Under Mifflin.
there you go.
1 and 4.
1 and 4. We rolled that one already. That's Columbia again. Okay. Or you say? Oh no.
See, I usually think
Did we do? Are you doing vertical first or horizontal first? Now I forget.
we're doing what you said, vertical, then horizontal.
Oh, see, I messed up. No, it's Columbia. I did it right. Okay, go ahead. So no more in Columbia. 5 and 5. That's a dud.
5 and 5, so that's a dud.
Okay.
That's a no-show.
And that's another thing that can happen here.
4 and 5.
4 and Little Rock. That's helpful.
5 and 2.
Indianapolis. So Gen Con's not going on, but apparently the battle wages on in Gen Con.
Oh, another dud. 2 and 2.
Although I think Gen Con is virtual right now. Oh, another dud. Oh, come on.
Oh, wow.
This is really gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt you.
Role. Yeah, I know, because this is really my
yeah, this is you, not me.
my benefit, or to my detriment.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 3.
4 and 3. Oh my god, I can't even read that one. Knoxville. Can't even read. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
2 and 1.
2 and 1 is Chicago. Oh.
That's a good one.
You got one more, Dave.
And it will be in 4 and 3.
Knoxville again? Huh. So, yeah, you got a really well Southern Militia here down in Tennessee and Georgia are just kicking butt, you know. But otherwise, you're pretty weak, other than a couple up here, and you got some northern ones here and one in West Virginia. But you know, maybe we'll see. I mean, that prevents me a little bit. This is going to be a little bit difficult in here getting through. But I could come up through here, or come up through here, or I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe those militia will turn out better than we thought. So I'm going to introduce a couple of the characters. Oh, he just rotated. I hate when that happens. So we have a couple different characters on the swarm end, and these are the 3 major characters. We have worms, and these are really just giant-sized worms. Think of like size of the small building, and I do apologize. All these graphics are going to change and completely different in any final product. I borrowed, I'm using air quotes here, some of these images off the internet just for playtest purposes. Nothing else, so don't go killing me. But you can see the worms are really strong in that they can roll 3 dice and hit on a 5 or better, but they don't move very fast. They only get 1 movement point per game. The next one down, we have these spiders, and again, they're pretty strong in that they hit. They roll 2 6-sided dice, and they will hit on a 5 or better, a little bit faster. And the fastest creatures are really these ants, and they do hit on a 4, which is great, but they only roll 1 six-sided die. And on the American side, we basically have two different things. We have, I call them the shock troops and the tanks. Do we have a good name for the tanks? I probably do, but anyway. Tanks hit very much similar to the tanks in White Eagle Defiant. You roll two d6 dice. If either of them are 4 or greater, you hit. And if you happen to roll a pair that's 4 or greater, you get 2 hits. And then these shock troops are just roll 1 6-sided dice and 5 or greater, and you hit. That's
And don't forget the forts.
Yeah, there are forts in this game as well, just like in the other games. And you can see, here's one right here. And that particular fort at Memphis is a 2-strength fort. So you're going to roll 2 dice, and they hit on 5 or better. There are some 4-strength forts in Atlanta and New York and in D.C. So, one little check. I'm just checking to see if anybody's here joining us. I don't see anybody. So, Dave, let's draw.
Beginning.
Let's draw, right? Is that not where we are? Are we to a drawing point? I'm just going to double check something in the rules real quickly. There it is, movement points. Just keeping those handy because I know we were, you know, I don't know if I, yeah.
Well, I was struggling with Brave Little Belgium because I was.
You were thinking of this game. Yeah, you were thinking of this game. So here's the movement points, shock troops. That's right, I do call them shock troops. And heavy tanks. That's what I call them. Heavy tanks have 3 movement points. Shock troops have 2. Giant ants are 3. Giant spiders are 2. And the giant worms are 1. All right, I have this one set up that where we actually draw cards, but most likely the final game will be small chits, just like in the other game, the draw. It just was easier for me to make it as cards. So I'm going to draw a card and flip it. And I receive first a laser cannon, and actually this is going to be to Dave. This is +1 in any sort of defensive action. So Dave is going to have that one. And that's a special action that he can get. Oh, I'm now slipping them all around, Dave. Beta. That's you, Dave. Beta.
That's the light pink.
That is these light pink guys right in here. They don't have any special names yet. Right now we're just calling them Alpha, Beta, Gamma. And 1, 2, 3 for the bugs. But maybe eventually we'll give them some sort of more official names.
Examining my fortress forces.
Take your time. There is a stacking limit. We just changed the stacking limit on this one, so I'm going to make Dave aware of that. The stacking limit on this game today, Dave, is 6. Previously was 8. I don't think that's going to impact you too much. For the forts here...
Probably not me, yeah.
Maybe me.
Maybe for the bugs, because I know a lot of times I would pile 8 bugs, but...
Okay, well, we're going to try it. I mean, that might be something we change back later on. With the forts, these are 2-strength forts. So the 2 of the 6 come from the fort, so Dave will only be able to put 4 additional units here. That does hurt him in Atlanta and Washington and New York because they're already 4-strength. So the most that he can put there in addition is 2 units. So maybe that will balance things out a little bit with the inability of the bugs to get above 6. So, are you done, Dave?
That was it.
That was it. All right, so I'm going to draw another card. I'm going to flip that over. And now we got B. Great. I love it. So that's these yellow guys down here. I think Dave actually wants me to change the colors and make it blue, green, yellow. But for right now, it's blue, yellow, green.
Yeah, because blue's cold, green's grassland, and yellow's desert.
I got it. I figured as much.
Actually,
And I'll bring this guy.
I think it's fine however you want to do it.
Okay, so these guys only move 1, so I am just moving that 1, 1, and 1. These guys can move a lot further. They can move. These guys can move 2, and then the ants can move 3. So they're going to be able to move to St. Louis. So I need to get over there as fast as I can. So I'm going to put that there. And unfortunately, we have a militia here that's going to stop me. So what I'm going to do is I have only 4 here, unfortunately. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3. That's what I thought. So I'm actually going to I'm going to bring one over here. And I think I'm going to bring the rest up here. So that'd be 1. I'm just making sure I didn't do more than 6 here, Dave.
You look fine so far.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'll just bring all those up here. So all of those will go up there, and then that guy's going to go there. Okay? So we're going to end up having 2 battles. And let's go take care of the Battle of Little Rock first. We have a lot of room on this board, so I don't know that we're going to move it over to the battle board like we did yesterday, but for right now, we will leave it here. You got anything under that militia there? I wonder.
I'm flipping it now.
Okay, so we got a 6 and 3 5s. So, do you want to start the rolling, Dave?
Why not?
I'm going to go get my 3 D6s so that maybe I can roll in a minute too.
Oh, nope, they rolled a 1. So, no,
Okay, let's see what I can get. Well, look at what I rolled, Dave. A 1, 2, and a 3. So Defender wins in this case, and his mighty militia pushed back my worm, which that was not what I wanted to see. So let's go do the Battle of St. Louis. Okay, go ahead and separate your guys out.
in St. Louis.
Those are all 4s, so you got 4s there, and then you got the 5.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, and then I got
Am I rolling first?
yeah, go ahead. We'll go see what you get first. Are you gonna do your tank first? Why don't you demonstrate how the?
Before,
Oh, you
before
got.
we go any further,
That's right. You have that card.
I'm gonna do laser
Laser
drop
cannon.
the laser cannon.
Mm-hmm. So you got
Alright,
a +1.
so that will increase all of my force.
Well, instead of hitting on a well, I mean, there's various ways you can do this. I mean, you can increase the number of the dice, or you can decrease the number on the chit itself. So really up to you. But why don't you roll the tank first, just so we can show people how that works. Normally it's on a 4, but we'll hit on a 3.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a +1 in defense,
Yes.
if I'm adding 1, what am I adding it to? Maybe I'm just being dense here.
You're just adding it to your die roll.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if I roll a 3, okay.
So if you roll a 3, it goes to 4.
For some reason, I was sorry.
It's okay. Like I said, you could do it either way. You could subtract from the number on the actual chit, or you can add to the die. It results in the same thing. So once you.
No, I was just having a mental.
It is 11 o'clock at night, Dave, and you.
Well, and it's also Friday after I've worked a.
Right, you worked. What, 2 to 9, 2 to 10? What did you work?
12 to 8.
12 to 8. Okay, I wasn't sure what your schedule was anymore. So go ahead and roll for the tank, so we can show how this is going to work.
That's what we're doing now. So let's see if we get a hit or.
You did.
2. All right, so we got a hit.
You got 1 hit in because you got
hit.
one of those was above the magic. Now if he would have gotten another one, a 3 or greater, he would not have gotten the additional hit unless it would have been a double with the previous die.
Got to roll a pair.
Got to roll pair.
All right. This is for the infantry.
Okay. That's 2 hits. It's 3 hits total.
Second hit. Nope. Yep. That's right. Forgot about the.
Yeah, you got 3 hits at this point.
And now we will go and roll for the 4.
Wow, that's like 5 hits, Dave. You are slaughtering me here.
4.
4. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So
4 hits.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
4 hits total.
I was looking at that fort think for getting it hit
Well,
on a
if
5.
If you want it to be 5, that's fine with me.
I really,
like
I
it.
really don't. So I am rolling 1, 2, 3, 4 fours and 4 5s, and I hit on any of those. So I will roll the 4 5s to begin with, okay?
Works for me.
And I only got 1 hit.
One hit.
So you have 4 and I got 1. Now I'm going to roll for the 4 4s,
Okay.
and I got 2 hits.
2 hits.
So I got
3 hits.
3 hit.
Your side and 4 hits on my side.
That
so
is
far,
correct.
Yeah.
So I got to take 4 hits, Dave. You're killing me here.
Well, you inflicted 3, so.
Well, just remember the last game, man. Just remember the last game.
Yeah, I think that was a once in a lifetime. So.
Now, I do need to return these to the cities I came from, and I'm going to have to try to remember here. 2 of the ants came from Springfield. 1 of the spiders came from Springfield. 2 of the ants came from Kansas City, and 1 of the spiders came from Kansas City. So that is the current state of affairs.
Yep. Pretty good defending on the part of the Americans there.
Yep. All right, let's zoom back out here a little bit. And you used that, correct? So that is a done one. And let's go draw another
So I
card.
delivered this card.
Okay, we got an end of turn. So in this game,
Yay!
he wants end of turns.
Certainly did.
I certainly don't. And in this game, we're back to 3 end of turns. Way to go to find we actually go up to 4 end of turns, because each of them represents 4 days. But
Different time scale.
this is only representing 3 days. Oh, Dave, what are you doing to me?
You're picking.
You
son.
ready? Ready? Holy moly, it's a roly-poly! Yes, I get
My favorite card.
I get that. So this is a giant roly-poly, again, building size. And basically he just stands in front of one of the buildings that the Americans are trying to protect and takes blows. He really can't do much more than that, and that's why he's a +1 in defense only.
Plus, it's fun to say.
C. That's me, man. All right, I'm going to try to take back out this guy. Now, I do need to check one thing on the rules, because we've been playing different games recently.
That is allowed.
And that's been a little frustrating trying to remember the different rules and the different things. And what I'm trying to check is advance after combat okay,
isn't it 5 to 1?
it's 5 to 1. So I have to have in advance after combat, I have to have, or you, whichever, 5 times the number of units you have. I have to inflict, remove your units and inflict no damage in return to my units. And if I do all that,
The defender without taking a hit.
yep.
Right.
If I could do all that, then I can then move to 1 additional point.
1 additional space.
Now that's an interesting little quirk that we have in the game, Dave, because in Brave Little Belgium, that point can be a point that is a 1 movement point, costs 1 movement point, or a point that is 2 movement points. It actually doesn't matter. So there's instances where you can double infantry's movement in Brave Little Belgium, because if you attack and then you're going along a difficult route, they could actually move 4 instead of 2. Now that's an interesting scenario, because in this particular case, say you had the militia was, say this militia was here, right, and not here, and I were to bring 5 in here, right, Dave, and were to defeat you and not take any damage, I then have a choice of moving to here or to here. Now normally my worms cannot move along this path at all, because they only have 1 movement point, and this costs 2 movement points. So there's no possibility for worm to basically get across the water, across these bridges that connect to these cities and attack these cities. And we planned the game that way. But in Advance Against Combat with current rules, Dave, interestingly enough, they would be able to do that. So that's something we need to consider.
Unless you want to make it an optional or,
Yeah.
challenge roll to say, only ants and spiders can advance.
Advance
Regardless.
after combat. These worms are just too darn slow moving. They can't advance after combat. If you have them, you can use them as your 5 to 1, but then
Oh, no, no,
only.
I was saying in the two, crossing the two movement spaces.
Mm.
Like in other instances, they can still,
Oh yeah, yeah.
still.
I got you. So that's just something that we need to think about, and that's the kind of thing that you see um, for our audience that doesn't do a lot of play testing or doing this type of thing. You run into that because I don't know that we ever thought of that before when looking at this, thinking, well, wait, they could move to there. So
I remember a while back we had prohibited worms for that very reason, or for the reason of saying, oh well, they can't go across water. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, well, how would they ever participate in that kind of attack? So
yeah,
yeah, that's a good question,
it is.
and certainly something that playtesting will bring out.
So I got
You would
4.
hope.
Well, I would hope. I have 4 here, which is not going to do my 5 to 1, but that's okay because I'm going to bring my worm up to here, and since these guys can move 2, 1, 2, I'm going to bring him to there, so that I can do the 5 to 1, hopefully allowing me to defeat the guy at Little Rock and get on to Memphis because I'm trying to get there as fast as possible. And I will go ahead and move 1 and 2 over to Jackson here as well with the rest of these guys. Okay? So that's going to give us 2 battles, 1 at Little Rock and 1 at Jackson. Fair enough?
It's your call.
Well, I never said I was any good at any of my own games. Remember that. I think that was proven the other day with your absolute.
You still have to roll dice.
Your absolute demolishing me in that other game. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5s and 2 4s. 7 5s and 2 4s. That's a lot of dice. Okay, let me go get the 7. Want me to roll first?
Go ahead. You seem
I'm
in the
anxious.
mood.
I'm anxious. Oh, I threw
Oh.
one. I threw one off the table. It doesn't matter because I think I got a hit anyway, which is
You did
all.
get a hit.
Which is all that I needed. I needed a hit.
However,
If you get a hit,
unless you do get an attempt.
yeah.
to
So
fire,
if he does hit me here, then that's gonna negate my advance after combat. So,
which I did,
which
and
he
it
did.
will.
Yep. Unfortunately. So I'm gonna flip that guy right there. And you've noticed so far I've been kind of flipping my ants. That's not always the smartest thing, just simply because they are the ones that can move 3 spaces, and so you've got to get a far way here. So it may not always be to your advantage to flip those ants, but there is a way for your ants, even if you do get them killed, to come back. And we will
And
take
worms and spiders.
and worms and spiders. Oh my God, I only have 2 here. That's okay.
Yeah, I was kind of.
It's okay.
Oh, apparently there's no fort in Jackson. Well,
Nope.
that'd be interesting.
No fort.
There we are.
It's okay. I don't mind having a little 2 fight here.
All right.
And I
Go
don't
ahead, roll again.
and I don't have a special card that I can use, unfortunately. But I'll roll my 2 4s and hopefully get some hits on you. And I got 0 hits on you.
Well, unless you want to count the 2 die together, you got a 4.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So I rolled 2 4s and 2 5s. So we'll roll the 2 4s first.
And that's a misses.
Absolutely nothing, and now the 2 5s for the 4.
And you don't need anything in this case. So even though you didn't get anything, it still Tiger's the defender. So I do have
Yeah.
to retreat regardless.
But that was beautiful. I rolled the 4s when I needed 5s. So that's why I said don't get excited. I still have to roll dice.
You sure do. Okay, so that ends the Battle of Little Rock and the Battle of Jackson. And we are going to draw another card. And we have Drone Strike. So Drone Strike is +1 in attack only for the Americans. They send in these drones to obviously go and attack from the air. Gamma. Is this your first move?
No, I believe Beta moved.
Oh, that's right. Beta did move earlier. Alpha.
Alrighty.
Hard to grab sometimes. Okay, so you're bringing some guys into Memphis and Birmingham. So I don't know if I told you, Dave, but there was exciting couple of days since I talked to you last. I know you already heard the one bit of good news, but I will tell our audience this anyway, if we do have an audience, or if anyone's playing this back.
Joined us?
Well, there was one person on and somebody that played back, so I'm always hoping. And remember, this does get saved, so they could always play it back later. But the good news was that Brave Little Belgium was nominated for a Charles S. Roberts Award for category. It was a broad category. It was like post-Napoleonic to
Pre-World War II, I think.
pre-World War II, something to that effect. So we were kind of grouped in with some pretty tough competitors.
Basically, that's like 120 years. It's like 1816 to 1938.
About that, yeah. So the big one was the is it Death Valley? Is that the name of it? The Shenandoah campaigns.
Yes.
That's the Civil War one, and frankly, I believe that's going to be the one that's going to win. That is one that I have not played, but just gets rave reviews. Supposed to have complete revision of the rules for the entire series. Amazing components. I think there's like, God.
And that's great. That's great battles of the American Civil War, right?
Yeah, the
ACW.
the original Berg design. And I think it has like 10 games or something in it. It's quite a value for the dollar, really.
A lot of bang for the buck.
Exactly. And we were in the grouping as well. I just have a feeling that that one's going to win. But I was just happy to be nominated in for our first game, our first year. To be
first design, first game,
yep,
first everything.
Yep. So that was pretty exciting. Then, in addition, the reason we're doing all this play testing, not while we're doing the play testing, but while we're doing the streaming, is because we're going to have tomorrow some individuals coming and joining us to play Brave Little Belgium as part of the virtual Dragoons Assembly, which is the virtual convention that they are holding. And we have a game at 11 and a game at 4 that you'll be able to watch online with I'll be there for 11 with 2 individuals, and I think both Dave and I will be there at 4 with 2 other individuals, and we'll be they'll be playing Brave Little Belgium and we'll be GMing, and that's what we were doing. And they had a very good happy hour today to open up the convention, and Mo was there to welcome everybody, and Brant was there to welcome everybody, and they both spoke very highly of Brave Little Belgium, which was very exciting for me. And
how very cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. And I won a game. I won Revolution Games Patton's Vanguard. That's what I won.
Patton's Vanguard, yep.
Yeah. I think it's a Ziploc, if I remember correctly.
It is a Ziploc, but it's a very good looking game.
It is.
Revolution has some decent stuff.
I think it's an area control, if I'm not mistaken.
It is an area control. I'm not sure what the system is, but...
Well, I'm looking forward to receiving that. And it was very nice of them to be giving away games, and I know they're going to be giving away some more games tomorrow as well. And even if you're not part of the convention, on YouTube, you can take a look at the videos and watch the videos. Both you can watch the video from the happy hour with Mo, and then tomorrow Mo will be interviewing, I believe, both Uwe Eckert from Academy Games and David Heath. So that should be exciting.
Dave Heath.
Yes. And the number one question that I know I have for Academy Games is what is going on with Panzer Group Guderian. So I'm hoping Mo will dive into that one for me. That's my biggie, because I really am curious as regards that game. I will say that
you can send Mo a little note and ask him.
I will.
So kind.
And if you're really observant, you might see something in this game that owes its owes something to Panzer Group Guderian. because there definitely is something in this game, and in Brave Little Belgium, that owes something to Panzergroup Guderian.
I wonder what that is? Question mark.
Ah, oh, there you go, Dave. You could give away everything. Do we have any battles, Dave, for us?
Nope. I just positioned defensively, and now I'm waiting for the next.
How about that? A. I will be bringing in some troops. Troops. Not really.
I don't think we've ever addressed this, but was there any particular reason why we picked August?
Nope. Well, sort of. Um, I both Braveville, Belgium, and White Eagle Defiant all occur, you know, late summer and then into the fall, early fall, and so I kind of put it around the same period, roughly, the same period as White Eagle Defiant. That was part of it.
I kind of figured that August would be the time of year that all the bugs are out.
Well, that's the other reason. I like the no. You got it. I like the idea of extreme hot weather, particularly in a world that has been decimated by global warming. Extreme hot weather, August, bugs just coming to life and spurting up out of the ground, ready to attack, that sort of thing. So that definitely was part of it. But there was definitely a little bit of, I wanted to keep it roughly in the same kind of time period. I didn't want to make it in the winter,
Right. No, I kind of gathered that, but I just was kind of curious, and I think it would be insightful for the folks who may or may not be listening to know why
Yep.
you picked.
Yeah. Now, why I picked 2050, I don't know.
Because it's 30 years from now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, let me give a good reason. I did the scientific research, and based on the current statistics of what they're saying as regards global warming, the exact coastline will be this way in 2050. No. I did use a realistic map that did predict what global warming could do to the United States, and modeled this map after that. I did do that, but I don't know that the prediction was of that year. I think it would actually may have been later, may have been earlier. I don't recall offhand. But it is just for fun.
That's the name of the game.
So I'll be rolling 4 5s and 4 4s again. Okay. 4 5s and 4 4s. Whoa! There went my board. 4 5s and 4 4s. Okay, I will roll the 4s this time first, since I rolled the 5s last time. And I got 1 hit.
1 hit.
Now I'm going to roll the 5s. I only got 1 hit.
1 hit. That's it.
That's it. 1 hit, Dave. I'm a one-hit wonder today.
Let's see if my rolling is still on track from, was it last night or the night before when we played Brave Little Belgium?
It was like 2 nights ago, and you were rolling like a fiend.
I should have gotten in the car and headed right to Atlantic City.
Craps?
Although I don't know.
Are you a big craps player?
Honestly, I really don't even know how to play craps.
Hmm.
I figure when I'm rolling that hot, I probably should just go and.
Craps is an incredibly fun game. Yeah, you are rolling well again.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe I should learn it because I seem to be doing all right. So that was the militia and the 2 infantry, or excuse me, that was militia and the fort. So that was.
Oh, okay. That was the 3. Now you're going to roll
I'm doing it backwards.
You're
yeah,
rolling
I'm
the 2.
forts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 hits total.
And I got 1 hit total.
1 hit total.
So again, I had 2 ants up here, and I do have to retreat, unfortunately. Yeah, craps is one of the better odd games for the player. Craps and roulette; those are 2 of the better odd games for the player, and they're very fun. I get ridiculously nervous though if they ask me to roll the dice. you know. But I'm fine just sitting there playing. But once it comes to the dice and I got to roll it, I'm always afraid I'm gonna like, you know.
When you have to actually shoot the craps.
Yeah, that's when I don't like. I just rather bet and see what other people are doing. All right, we got an alpha. Now it's time for Mr. Dave to come on the offensive, but maybe not.
Just take the tape off.
I did. Why was there tape on there? That's my son. And my mouse was not moving earlier, and I could not figure out why my mouse wasn't moving. It came out my son had put tape,
I taped
the sensor, which was kind of strange. I thought the light would go through, but apparently
Oh,
not.
No, it
Taping
doesn't.
the mouse.
If you put tape over the sensor,
Uh-huh.
it won't allow it to actually pick anything up.
I thought I just randomly ran over that tape somehow. I didn't realize that you purposely placed it there.
Therefore, making it.
Is this something you found out on YouTube?
Actually, I've known about it for a while.
Oh, okay. But did you find it on YouTube?
I saw it recently again on YouTube.
Oh, okay. See,
But
I gotta get you off of YouTube. You keep coming up with these practical jokes and things. You know, I gotta get him off of there. We were playing Last One Standing, and this time I'm playing the Bugs, the Swarm, and Dave is playing the Americans.
What do you like?
Hey, Dom.
Dominic, Dave says hi.
Oh, hi.
Well,
I can't hear
think
you.
it's all right. You're not missing anything. I think at this point, everybody's moved, and I made no attacks, by the way, so that's that. So
Well, I
it
think
should either be an event or the last end of turn.
I think you're right. One of them is going to be an
card
event.
slash chip.
One of them is going to be
Well,
my.
let's
One of them is going to be
let's
my
see.
event. It's going to be the Wasps,
nope. It's wasps.
and then the other one is going to be the end of turn.
There we go.
All right, so I'm going to reset the turns, and I'm going to set the turn track down, and I'm
Hey,
going to.
that's my job.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to return that,
Sorry.
and I'm going to return that. And if you notice, everybody, there were a couple cards that were not yet placed in. We have a Tremors card, which is now going to be placed in. I don't know why I rotated again. It does that to me sometimes. And underneath the one is the Nukes card. Okay, so we'll talk about
Tremors
those.
and nukes.
But they get entered in on turn 2. And I'm going to flip these, and I'm going to shuffle them. And maybe you heard that little shuffling noise there. Okie dokie. I think we're set. Let's draw another card. We're on to turn 2, the 4th through the 6th. And we have A. A, which now has brought in more forces, right? What do you have here? You have a tank.
Well, that's you.
I know it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. A now faces more forces.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, I mean, there's no secret in the stack, so I can take a look.
Yes, it is permitted to observe.
I'll bring
Opponent's
I'll
stack.
bring him 1, 2,
Speaking of stacks,
3, 4.
okay, no, I didn't overstack.
Do I want to come down here or do I want to go up there? You know what? I'm going to just try to hit you as hard as I can. I'm a little worried about stacking too many guys up here. Well, I can only stack 6.
I
That's
was
right.
gonna
With the new
say,
rules, the new rules, I can only stack 6. So,
You may want to reconsider who you moved where.
well, I'm going to move that guy down there. I'm going to move that guy down there. I'm going to bring in the 2 worms up here. There was 2 ants here and a spider. There was 2 ants here and a spider, right?
Yeah.
So
Everything was fine except for just.
so this spider actually came from over here. So I'm going to do that. Okay. So I brought two of the ants over from here, 2 of the ants from here, a worm from here, and then the 2 spiders came down through here and into here. Okay? If that makes it all sense. So let's have this battle here first. I'm going to be rolling 6 5s, no, 8 fives and 2 fours. 8 fives and 2 fours. Okay, I'll go ahead and roll this first. 8 fives and 2 fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more. 8 fives and 2 fours. You ready, Dave?
I'm ready.
Ooh, 3. 3 hits.
Okay, so 3 so far.
And 2 fours. 4 hits.
4 hits total.
Yep.
Okay. So I have 2, 2, and 2. So let's roll for the tank first. One hit, although it was very close. It's 1 hit.
Yep. Doubles would have been 2 hits.
And this is for the infantry, so 4 or better. Ah, not a thing. And this is for the fort, which are 5s or better.
So 2 hits.
2 hits against, what was yours, 4?
Yes.
Alright, so now tell the folks at home about besieging forts.
So the fort's not destroyed, so I can't penetrate through there. He did get 4 hits, so he's going to lose something. At least one of his infantry or tanks. Yeah. So I can stay there. I'm basically going to stay there, and eventually what we'll do when we do this game production-wise, we'll have a little box here for them to stay in. And then next turn I can continue besieging that fort. If I had lost the battle, I'd have to retreat. So I'm just going to stick him on top of there right now, so we know. Okay, let's do this battle down here, Dave, the St. Louis battle. Yeah, I am a little worried about the 6 stacking, making it harder for the bugs. But we'll see. That was just something I thought we'd try in this game.
That's why they call it playtesting.
Yep. So I'm going to be rolling 4 5s. So I will roll my 4 5s. 4 5s. I got 0. No, 1. I'm sorry, 1.
4, 5, 1 hit, yeah.
I thought I almost had 2, but the 1 flipped at the last minute. 1 hit. So I need you to get 0 hits.
So I am rolling 4 5s and 1 4. Here's the if only that were actually
Yeah,
what I would.
I thought that was
Let's
your
see
roll.
what it really comes up.
Oh, you roll.
Well, I lost 1.
Well, it'll come back. What was it? I see it there.
It's
Oh, there it is. So you got 1 hit.
nah. So 1 hit, and then this will be.
Well, you still defended, and you're pushing me back, which is
Right,
good.
This will be my 4, which was a miss. So that was only 1 hit on you. And how many did you get on me again?
Oh, now you have 1.
1. So we same amount.
And I just checked my stacking here because if I had, if the stacking had been an issue and there had been more than 6 there, then I'd have to start pushing other people back. But that's not an issue there.
That's right.
And that's again an issue with the stacking that I wanted to figure out. Okay, so I think it's time to draw a card. Holy moly, it's a roly-poly. Now that has not been that useful so far because I have not been in many defensive battles, but that could come into play as we are working on it. Now that might be useful. This is the Wasp. It is a +1 in attack. And the forts have a special capability that basically if I don't have the Wasps and I'm besieging a fort, they can like take a free shot at me. So as long as I have these Watts, I can protect against that. That's similar to Big Bertha in the first game. B.
There you go.
Oh, it's B.
You there?
I am making decisions as regards what I want to do.
It was an ominous silence.
Is that really all I have in yellows?
It can't be right.
Let's see if
Maybe
I.
you got somebody sitting in Little Rock.
That's what I'm wondering. Did I overstack?
Maybe you grabbed more than one.
That's what I'm wondering.
'Cause I've
No.
done that a couple times now.
Nope.
Check your Ian's.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Kansas City.
Where are the other ones? They're there.
Oh.
I was like, what? What's going on? Where'd they go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll bring that guy over and leave the other one back. Normally I would have brought him in, but I really can't. So in this particular battle, we're going to battle this here. I'm rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fives. That's a lot of fives. That's a lot of fives. And just because I want to, we will bring in the wasps. So really I need, at this point, 4s. Okay, Dave?
Sounds good.
So I need a 4 or better. 1, 2, 3. There's only 8, I believe, here. So I'm going to have to roll 2 of them additionally. Okay, good news. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 hits.
And I have to roll 2 more.
2 hits. Or 0 hits, sorry. So it's 4 total.
4 total, that is correct.
Alright, so now I am down to 3 5s and a 4. So 3.
This has been remarkably not bloody. I mean, you have not destroyed a single one of my guys. And what have I destroyed? 2 of yours? And 2
2
militia?
infantry so far. Well, a lot of militia have died. 1 hit there for the 4s. Or excuse me, 5s. Now for the 4. 1 hit.
1 hit.
Wow.
Well, you got 4 hits. So I think that destroys you.
Yeah, I think so, because I'm down to 2 halves. And
Mm-hmm. So in this case, see, the 2 halves are going to be removed, and that fort's going to be now destroyed. So I have 1 fort down, but I need to have 2 down that connect in order to. You want to flip it? You don't have to rotate it. You can just flip it. There you go. And so I neither need to destroy this one up here in Chicago or one in Memphis to be able to cross. These guys cannot cross, or can they go up and down this line until that is destroyed. Now, I'm a little worried because I have 6 guys here, and we lost Dave there for a little bit. I have 6 guys here, so if nukes come across, I'm a little worried because he can really kind of put a whap on me there. I also wonder with the stacking whether nukes and tremors is not as powerful because, you're only going to have 6 there. Although 6 getting hit is going to be pretty serious. Okay.
Yuppers.
Okay, I am going to draw. You ready? Gamma, 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 gamma.
Yamma.
I think I said gamma.
So, that. It's there. Do-do-do.
Repositioning of the forces. So
Yep.
we haven't even.
And
What I was gonna say, we haven't even shown them what happens to the swarm if for some reason they're killed, because you haven't killed any yet.
oh, I hope to change that soon enough. Alright, I'm done.
Okay, no battles.
No battles.
Okay, I'm drawing another card. Tremors. Okay, so Tremors. The way Tremors works is I can attack any neighboring city to any of my units. This is something that can cross the fusion line. So, for example, I have units here, and I could choose to then attack units here or here or here. Um, it, One little thing that's weird, Dave, is because we actually are besieging up here. Could I use my tremors to then hit these up here? Something to think about.
My inclination would be to say that presence alone is enough, but
I think so
yeah,
too. It's just something to think about.
something to clear up.
I mean, basically, the thought is that they have these, like, they're using their worms or other creatures to create these gigantic earthquakes, and they are affecting a nearby city. I mean, I guess I could pick theoretically to attack Chicago, but if I do, I'm going to damage myself as well. So I don't know why I
Which
would,
is possible.
why I would do that. So instead, I might look and see, does he have a lot of units in any of these places that I might want to attack? I actually think there's not a lot of consequence to using tremors right now. If I do use the tremors, I do have to move this counter up onto the number 1, but
The destruction track.
there's really no consequence to that. The first 3 times tremors is used or nukes is used, there's really no consequence to that. You know
So
what,
I think in
Dave?
short,
You know
you're
what,
saying you're
Dave?
going to use it.
You know what, Dave? I just
What,
realized.
Brian?
I just
What
realized.
did you just realize?
In looking at this map and this destruction track, I think that this particular destruction track is wrong. But I'm going to have to double check.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it started
At 3.
at 3, yeah.
It
The
does.
first,
So I need to update the map. I remember I modified the map with the colors the other day,
Yeah.
but I must have pulled an old map that did not have the updated destruction track, because the updated destruction track should say 6-6 on 3, 6-6 on 4, 5-5, 5-5, 4-4, 4-4, 3-3, 3-3, if I remember correctly. Doesn't? So I need to fix that. So there's no consequence on the first 2, but there is a consequence starting with number 3. Basically, if I roll boxcars on the 3rd time that I use tremors, and if I'm the last one in that turn to use either tremors or nukes, then that game's going to end,
Yeah,
and I'm going to
'cause
lose.
when we played the last time, we had moved it up to the 5 on the destruction track, and you rolled 2 5s.
Yep. So there is a little bit of a mistake there. So I will.
Errata.
Yeah, I will fix
Game's
that.
not even out.
Yeah, I will fix that. I haven't seen anything else, but I had apparently the wrong map, and I didn't realize. But I will fix that later tonight and put that on. So yeah, I'm going to use it against these guys right here. I think that's probably your. I think
Frankfurt.
Indianapolis.
Well, you just
I know.
rolled my guy.
Well, I was just looking to see what you had there. I think you only have 2 there. I think you have 2 there as well, correct? So they're all going to get 1 hit. Now the militia is going to get destroyed. Yeah, it was a dud anyway,
Ah, but it was a dud.
so it didn't matter. But anytime you do a tremors or a nuke or whatnot, anything in that pile is going to get 1 hit. Okay, and now I'm going to move the tremor track up, and I'm going to flip it to my side, and that way we know that I'm the last person that did a tremor or
Did a terrible thing.
yeah, something on the destruction track. Now Dave, you may get nukes in a little bit and decide to use it, probably here on St. Louis, and we'll see. Watch nukes. Nope, a turn.
Or the eternal.
Nukes, laser cannon. Nukes, and a turn. Drone strike. So you both have the +1 offense and +1 defense, which is nice. Beta. That's you, my friend.
I think at this point, I'm be happy with where everybody's at. So
You're gonna okay. You,
We're gonna hang tight.
you're gonna hang tight. Okay. Let's draw. He's just waiting for the nuke. Up and a turn. No nuke. Okay, so this game has.
However, I was gonna say,
So Alpha never moved, and C never moved. This one must be the nuke. There's the nuke. So we have the option, and we don't have to take this option. You will lose these cards, Dave, and I'm going to lose my card. But you have an option at this point, and your option is basically: do you want to keep Alpha to start the next turn immediately? And do I want to keep C to start the next turn immediately? I'm definitely taking C to start the next turn immediately.
and I'm taking Alpha.
Now, this is the the nature of the game. I mean, if end turns come, then obviously you didn't get the time to move, and that's why we're allowing you to move first. The swarm always precedes the Americans, though. Just FYI. I'm going to flip all these again, and I'm going to shuffle them. And did you update us, Dave? Want me to turn 7-9 there?
No, I did not. So you can go.
Oh. Okay, so C is going to go first. They get to go first with no pull or anything. And that's all my green guys here. And I really need to get them into Memphis. So I'm going to bring 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 there. Bring 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that. I don't really. I mean, if I can knock out that one, I don't need to necessarily knock out this one. But do I want to maneuver my guys around? Because these ants could, at least one of them could come around. You know what, Dave? I will bring one of them around. That'll make it. That will make it 6. Okay. Dave's like, you already touched them. You can't move them again after you touch them. Oh.
Your opponent graciously permits it.
Listen to you. Ty's gonna be listening to this. He's gonna have your head.
No, he actually would say that's correct. Graciously permits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 5s and 2 4s. You want me to roll first?
Go ahead.
8 5s and 2 4s with no special events. 8 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 4s, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I got 5 hits.
5 hits. Alright, so now I have 2 tanks, 2 infantry, and a 2 strength fort. So that's a lot of 2.
And I'm going to move up here so they can see your die roll. There we go.
So.
You,
this is
Dave,
for
you,
tank
Dave, you roll. I'm going to get a drink real quickly. Okay.
No.
You
I'll
keep
everybody
talking.
entertained.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm rolling for the first tank. And got 1 hit. So I'll leave this over here just so I can remember, because my memory is not what it used to be. This will be for the second tank. Ah, nada. And now everybody gets to see exactly how good I roll. Alright, so now we'll roll for the 2 infantry, so we'll try for 5s or better.
How'd you do, Dave?
I'm sucking so far, so...
That's good.
And I'm continuing. So I've only got 1 hit, and now I'm down to the fort. So again, 5s or better.
2 hits.
And so I landed 2 hits on you, total.
You still haven't knocked out any of my guys.
Nope. So you're
I got
basically saying the game that I played with Brave Little Belgium the other day.
So I got 5 hits. Well, and just to let everybody know, we're still, checking play balance and those types of things, and we have not had a lot of, if any, swarm wins. So
I
don't think
can't
we've.
think of any yet.
So that's really what we're looking at here. I mean, play balance is something that is overrated. I'm never concerned too much about trying to make that game that's 50-50, balance. That's not really the point for me. It was funny because when we were developing Brave Little Belgium, I thought that maybe we hit about a 70-30. 70% of the time the Germans would win, and 30% of the time the Entente would win. And you know what? I was completely happy with that at 70-30. I thought, that probably makes sense given the nature of the game. And then in playtesting, it was almost neck and neck 50-50, which was really quite interesting how that worked out. Let's do the Battle of Jackson now. So I have 3 5s and 1 4. 3 5s and 1 4. I will roll the 3 5s. I have no clue what that is. It's a 2. It is.
What it is?
It's literally on his side, but it doesn't matter. Let me roll 1 4 because this is not going well. Oh, I got a 4. Okay, you can roll now. Somehow I landed that thing right on its edge. I'm not sure how I did that.
Alright. So, we'll roll for the tank first. I seem to be rolling a lot of pairs.
And one of the things I'm interested in when we do this playback, and I'll play back this later. When we did the streaming last time, it was dropping some words, and I'm hoping that it's dropping less words this time. I reduced the quality a little bit and up the stream rate a little bit. I don't know if that will help or not.
What the heck?
Yeah, you threw that one right off.
I didn't even try. Let's see what we get.
Yes.
Oh, a hit. Alright, so that was the tank. This is for the 2 infantry. Second hit. And this is for the 4.
So you got okay. There we go, Dave.
4 hits.
So you actually got 4 hits. Now, here's something a little unique about this game. These guys are dead, but that doesn't.
You can finally explain this.
But that does not mean that more bugs won't come. The entire western part of the United States is just swarming with these things. So what we do is we reset a little bit, and we're going to place them 2 turns ahead, and they will come back full strength in 2 turns. Not the actual worm that got killed, but a new worm, and a new ant will come back in 2 turns. And they're going to come back, as you can see. I did color-coded Dave. They're going to come back in one of the green spots.
Thank you.
So they're all color-coded now. So
How many hits did you get on me again?
I don't think I got any hits, Dave.
I didn't think you did, but I just want to make sure that was.
No, I got 1 hit.
Okay.
I got 1 hit.
You did get one.
I did roll 1 4. Remember I said, 1 hit. I can see it says 4 right here.
Very good. Okay.
All right, so that's your turn, or my turn? My turn, in a
That
nutshell.
was your turn. So now I'm going to go ahead and activate Alpha.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Which really is not terribly exciting because I'm just moving these guys. But that's exactly the reason why, because they have so far to travel. You want to get them into the fight as soon as you can.
I'm writing on the little thing here so we remember that it's 2 6s, right?
Okay.
Oh no, can you see that down there?
I see enough to know that that's
Can you see where it says 2 6s?
2 6.
So, and it'll convert to 2 5s here. I'll fix that next time. I kept wondering about that. I was looking at it yesterday thinking, did I mess this up?
Yeah, it's a minor thing.
Yeah, I have the corrected one. And I can fix it real quickly.
Alright.
Okay, so what are we doing? You just move your
You're
guys.
drawing your check.
That's all. You didn't attack me or anything?
No.
Disappointed, Dave. Disappointed. Holy moly, it's a roly-poly. I haven't even got a chance to use that because you won't attack me. Wasps. I love the wasps.
Did you shuffle this?
I did shuffle this. Didn't I? Why? Did those first 2 come out last?
Teasing.
Did those first 2 come out last time? Well, hold on. Let's maybe
They were
B. Did B come out last time? It's first.
I don't remember.
If
I know
nukes,
you pulled the. If yeah, I was going to say, I guess if we find out if it's nukes at the bottom, then we
hmm
know that we did.
I'm
But that's
pretty
fine.
I'm pretty sure I did shuffle them, but I can always reshuffle if you want.
No, that's
Well,
fine.
these guys really can't go anywhere. You
Yeah,
know,
they can backtrack, but yeah, it's about
they
it.
can backtrack. Do I want them to backtrack? You know, I'm gonna bring that guy, leave that guy there, bring that guy up there. Even if they backtrack because there's no connection here,
Right.
they'd have to go 1, 2, 3. So only ants will be able to get in there, and all those ants are weakened. And you have still some pretty good forces in here, don't you?
Yeah, we've
But do I have time to just
not
let
a
them
lot of.
sit around and wait and do nothing? Um, 1, 2. That would only bring them to there. So they could even go 1. They could go up here.
Yes, we could.
I'll bring them up here. I mean, worst comes to worst, they die. They'll always respawn and come back. My blues can't activate. So even though I have all these blues here, they are not part of the chitral. So they are not part of this particular activation. Oh, I can't come in here. I can't stack them, Dave.
Oh dear.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that would be overstacked, Dave. So, okay. See, even in the old rules they would overstack.
Well, you could put in 2 up there, but not all 3. Yeah, you can't even bring
3,
the 2.
4, 5. Yep. So even he can't come in. So I guess I'm just gonna have to leave this as is for right now, because they're just kind of in a hole because they can't get through the fusion fence. They're waiting for their compadres, uh, to do something.
They're saying we did our job.
Okay.
You guys did yours.
Gamma. I was trying to figure out a way to make them super effective right now, but it just wasn't coming.
Just want to check and see if I have.
Any gamma forces in there?
I don't know. Your worm won't move.
You got
There
one.
we go.
You got one. A tank.
That's fine.
I mean, you can activate them.
Alright for that.
You can activate them or not. It's up to you.
No, not gonna do it.
In that case, you would just be activating that tank, and I would be firing back at that tank.
Right.
Because that is not a gamma fort up there. Right?
I'm gonna do something because this is playtesting,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to know exactly how things will work. We'll see what I'm doing in a moment.
You're going to place them there as regards whether I could place them at that point back in the game.
Right. So,
Mm-hmm.
what happens?
Well,
You need to think about that because people are going to do that.
no, I don't think they should be able to be placed back in. Or if they are placed back in, then that brings about an instantaneous battle.
Well, I was going to say you have 3 options.
Mhm.
One, the Americans can't go in the zones.
Mhm.
That eliminates. That's the easiest way out. 2, the bugs can come in, and then there's an immediate fight when they do. 3, although the bugs would come in at the beginning of the turn, which is not exactly when they're activated, which means that there is a chance that those bugs and the American forces would be coexisting in the same space without a battle, and other than forts, that can't happen.
Right.
Or the third option is you can't place it. So I'm thinking.
Well, there's a fourth option. You can place it. You can place it in the next nearest, even if it's a different color.
You could do that too, but then that kind of makes the color irrelevant.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards either no Americans in the space or you can't put, because here's the deal. If you, I mean, it could be a play that the American player does. You know, see, I'm thinking this is something, because I'm not usually thinking offensively, but
no, I mean that makes sense.
Player could do this to try to put 6 units in all 6 spaces. Now that's a lot of units to use up just to garrison those spaces. Here, wait a minute. You know what? I have an idea. Let's walk back to Brave Little Belgium. Did we or do we not allow Allied forces to go into Germany, into the starting spaces for each of the army? I don't remember. I don't think we do.
Little rules like that come up periodically. It's like, what did we?
However,
What did we?
On the other hand, when in White Eagle Defiant, we do allow the Poles to go into Germany.
Yep.
So.
But I mean, but why would it matter in Brave Little Belgium? Because never would anybody come into any of the spaces again.
True, but I can't remember.
So I don't know that that's really, that doesn't really apply.
Right, but I'm just trying to think how we've approached that in the past.
I don't think there was any limitation on that in Brave Little Belgium.
I thought there was, but maybe there isn't.
I don't think that.
So for here, I mean, you know, this is a unique situation where your forces are out far enough that, you know, I can send those into the spaces.
Well, I mean, that is true. Though, admittedly, what I probably will do if that is the case is if I were to activate my blues or greens or something, I probably would try to go destroy you so that you would be removed from that space. Right. I like the idea of when they're placed as an instantaneous battle, simply because so when this green comes down, okay, he's not just popping up out of here. He's actually going along the land here and then popping up here, right? So, yeah, if there was a force there, no big deal. He would come along and there would be a force there and he would have to battle it. My only worry is that, okay, so say that's an instantaneous battle at the beginning of the turn when he gets placed. When green is drawn later on, right, does he then get to move again?
Well, that's why I was saying the whole issue of, or here's another one. What if there's a tie?
Well, that's true. If there was a tie to the defender, well, there's another option. If there are people there, right, then you just move it down 1 on the track. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, there's people there. I can't get in. Those go down to the track.
Delay reinforcement.
Yeah, I think that I like that one the best.
Yeah,
and I've seen that in other games.
Oh yeah, it's very common.
Because it's going to force me to be cognizant of that and not be leaving open too much down here like I am. And at the same time, I mean, unless I don't care, you know, but at the same time, it's going to make me go, okay, I'm going to want to try to get something down there. So let's leave it as is. I like that, you know, if it gets down to that point, I might have to not allow those guys in until the 16th.
So basically, Americans go into home spaces. Green, yellow, and blue have to come into their home spaces. If home spaces are occupied, reinforcements get moved up a turn until those spaces are clear of American forces.
You got it.
Because it is a trade-off. I mean, you figure, by me putting these guys over here, number one, that's a lot of firepower to be sitting off, you know. It will draw you off, but at the same time, I just weaken down here.
So the question is,
So
do you want to really do this, or were you just doing it to bring a point? Well,
no, I am going to do it because,
Okay.
and I think it's funny because I'm not the offensive guy, but I'm thinking there are people that are going to do this,
Mm-hmm.
and how do we respond to it? So
Okay.
yeah, let's see how it plays out.
Do you want to make any other additional gamma moves?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to draw a card. Excuse me. Nukes. Okay, so
Oh.
we definitely shuffled. So, do you want to use your nukes or not, or do you want to hold on to them?
Oh, I'm not even going to wait.
Oh, he's going to just nuke something.
Now, where do we want to go?
Well, I have a suggestion.
Well, I do. But I want to see what my options are.
You can't nuke that.
Oh, that's right. Has to be adjacency.
Gotta be
Although
adjacent.
The United States with intercontinental. You'll have to explain that one because I'm sure somebody will say, "Well, why can't you know?"
No, these are small tactical nukes from one city to the other. They're not intercontinental ballistic
Not
missiles.
long range. They're not ICBMs.
Nope. This is this is either like a guy launching it, or maybe the guy brings it in a suitcase into the city, sneaks in or something. I don't know, but no, it's not.
It's true. All right. Yeah. You were right. St. Louis is pretty much.
So this is going to
okay.
really demolish these guys because that guy's going to die. Did we? I'm a little.
You didn't move it, so that is correct. Go back up. You can put it back up.
Oh, because that guy died when I activated that initially. We spent so much time talking about it, I forgot what happened.
Well, yeah.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to hijack everything, but at the same
No.
time,
No, that makes
that's one of
sense.
those things that, like, that's kind of what I was doing to poor Sean the one time when he was trying to show us his game,
Yep.
the card game.
Yep.
And I was like, what if I do this?
Well, that's Sean Drollinger, who designed Point Blank, and that'll be coming out from Lock and Load fairly soon, from what I understand. And no, I mean he's very appreciative of that because that game has changed radically since you saw it. So.
And I'd love to see it again, and that's why even I apologized to him at the time. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but I'm trying to do something here to say, okay, how sturdy is the game system? How robust is it? So this is one of those things that like comes up and it's like, okay, how do we address it? So
yeah, and that's a tactical game, which as you know, with tactical games.
Yeah, and I don't even remember. It was some weird situation with just the right card play, and
Yep.
So. Anywho, all right,
Well,
so,
we're definitely gonna have a battle up here.
Oh, you drew. I didn't see you drew the A.
Yeah, I did. And since you absolutely destroyed me over here, I am going to reinforce over here with those two blues. Okay.
Okie dokie.
So I'll be rolling 10 fives.
And do you want to use either of your cards?
Yeah, I do. I want to use these wasps. So then I'll be rolling 10 fours.
10-4.
I have a good possibility of knocking this one out. I'm gonna predict right now.
Roll those dice, son.
Ready? I need what? 4 hits.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Ready? 4 hits coming up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 5.
Very good.
And just to
More than enough.
more than enough, but I'm gonna roll anyway. 7 hits. But you get to fire back. So this will destroy the fusion fence between St. Louis and Chicago. So all of my forces can move through there at this point. And then, I may not even care about those greens down below. I'm coming back.
Especially when I'm rolling that crappy.
We'll see. Rolled it right onto its side. Okay, well I don't get to advance because it was a 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
But I still do destroy this and remove the other. We remove those two, that tank and that infantry, that shock troop. And these guys did not get hit whatsoever. Okay, so the fusion fence is destroyed, and anywhere between Chicago and St. Louis, they can come across. Still can't come across in Memphis or in Jackson or any place else, but they can come across up here.
Okay. Wow. How did he get all the way back up?
While you're cleaning up, I'm going to draw another card.
Be my guest.
Laser cannon,
Ah, we used that a while back.
beta, pinkies,
Beta.
the pinkies. I don't think we had as many people today joining us. One person might have. We had quite a few, and a couple people watched it later. You even got accused of cheating. Did I tell you?
Yeah, you did.
But it came. But you didn't cheat. We double checked the rules. You did not cheat. So once we get this game perfected, which it's getting there, we again are going to send this one off to Hollandspiel again. They've done such a wonderful job with both Brave Little Belgium and with White Eagle Defiant, which again it should be coming out soon. There's one game ahead of it, Stilicho, I believe, and then it should come out after that. But they did such an incredible job with those two games that we're certainly going to send this game to them and hope they do like it. I have a feeling that Mary's going to want to convert my worm to a T-Rex and my
Well, like I said, that's you can publish it as is, and then have the dinosaur variant.
you know, my spiders are going to become, what did we figure that out to be? Pteranodons?
Spiders would be what do you call it? Raptors.
Oh, I thought the raptors were the ants.
Ants. I'm sorry. The right. The spiders would be the Triceratops.
Triceratops, that's it. So that should be interesting. Any battles, Dave?
No.
Okay. What's left here card-wise? Tremors. Huh. Well, you know what we forgot to do, Dave? And this is actually critical. We forgot to do that, and we forgot to flip that, because this is a critical point. Because if I do decide to use Tremors in this instance, it will move up to that 3 spot. And then
Bring the apocalypse.
I'm going to be forced to roll dice at the end of the turn, and if I roll 2 6s, game's over, I lose. I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know that there's anything that's going to benefit me too much by using Tremors in this case, so I think that I am not going to do it. Whereas normally I might have. But I don't think I want to. So I'm going to draw another card. And that's end of turn. Okay. So we are going to move on to the next turn. Yes, son. What's up?
Have you played the bugs before?
Yes, I've played the bugs before.
Once?
No, I've played a couple times. Why?
Oh, just wondering.
Do we have all the cards there? I think so. 15.
Yep. Everybody's done.
Let's flip. Making sure I'm shuffling. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I shuffled several times.
Shuffling.
Okay, just to prove that I shuffled. Okay. Yeah. So again, I can move anywhere here. I can't still move down here. So it's kind of almost pointless. I don't know. Having these guys here, I might want to get them out of there. We'll see. Gamma. Again. So does Dave leave his guys here to prove his point? Or is he going to bring them back
You're right.
now? It actually not a bad idea having them there, because I'm thinking about, do I need to take care of those guys and deal with those guys? And I'm kind of feeling like I have to, so I might end up doing so.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. That's your
I'm done.
That's your move.
That's That's my move.
End a turn. That certainly benefits you.
I like that.
Nukes.
Oh, nukes.
Now, remember, you did the last nuke, and we probably should have actually rotated that nuke, just so we
Right.
knew that, it doesn't really matter on this turn, but it will matter on successive turns. We want to make sure that, you know. Oh, I think you're using it there, aren't you?
Yeah, dropping it on Chicago.
Okay, so he's going to then possibly lose the game as he moves forward because he's going to have to, at the end of this turn, roll, and if he gets 2 6s, game ends. He's destroyed the world.
That's it.
So I am
Yeah.
going to have to remove all of these ones that already are flipped, and that hurts. And he knew it.
And your worms.
And my worms have to flip, and that does hurt, Dave. All right, let's draw. Here, let me move these up a little bit. Beta. That's you.
Beta. Sorry, beta left.
I don't know, but they're glitching over here. They're really glitching. Stop glitching so much. There's got to be a beta left. There's more than 4 betas. You got one right there.
I know.
Down in
I'm just
Nashville.
trying to see if anybody else is around.
Well, what about down here?
Well, they're defending.
You know,
I mean, can I voluntarily pull them out of the fort?
well, A, you have 2 guys here, and B, you got a fort. So that fort can attack me, right?
But what I'm saying is I forget, in this game, are we allowed to pull forces out of a current because you're besieging it?
Yep, hold on for a second.
Okay. I guess the assumption is
It is
they're-
possible. It is possible to attack monsters that are besieging the fortified city, and or to remove units from the fortified city while it is under siege.
Okey-dokey.
Same rules basically as Brave Little Belgium there. So they,
That's what I wanted to clarify,
but you might as well take that pot shot against me to hit a couple of these guys.
I am.
You know.
Just moving the actual forces out. So that's what I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll roll a 2 dice.
2 5s. And I can't attack back because I don't have wasps. So my guys are there, but they can't penetrate the fort. Fortified city, we call them here, not forts. It didn't matter. You didn't get any
It
hits
didn't
anyway.
matter. Go ahead and get hits.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
We got B here.
B.
So I got one guy there, one guy there. So again, these move 1. So I'm going to move him there. I'm going to move him there. And then I got this guy will move up. And he can move 1 and 2. I don't think there was any others down here.
No, we just were there.
Most of my yellows are over here now.
Right.
Okay. So we have, do you have anything there besides a 6? You got a 6 and a 5?
Looks like it.
And I'm going to roll 4 5s, and you're rolling a 6
4
and a 5s. I'll roll my 4.
6 and 1 5.
I'll roll my 4 5s first. That was a pitiful roll. I got 1 hit.
1 hit. All right. This is the 5.
Ugh. Not what I needed, Dave. Not what I needed.
And this is 6. That's so each side gets a hit.
But that pushes me back. And I'm just going to double check to make sure what we had here. We have 1, 2. Yeah, okay, it's fine. There's only 3 units there. Okay. I think that's it for me for B. Alpha.
Yes, sir.
Alpha.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, Dave, by the way, it's 12:19. Are you still good to continue?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. All is well.
I mean, I do have to get up by 11 for that thing tomorrow, but you know, that's not that early.
Okay. Okay.
You good on Alpha? Any battles?
Yep. Holding the line.
He's just trying to keep us from, you know, holy moly, roly poly, defense. C. Now this is where it gets interesting.
Yes. Yeah. This is where you have to.
Because I got all these men here. Men. Swarm. But I really don't need them there now. So I'm going to move him back to there. I'm going to move him. Try to take that out there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to move all of these guys to here. And we're going to have a battle at Dallas, Fort Worth. Because I think you only got one guy there, right?
I do.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. And I'm going to roll my 7. I need 2 hits, right? I got 2 hits, Dave.
Okay. And I will roll 2 dice. Hopefully get a pair higher than 3.
Oh!
Oh, yes, 2 hits.
Were you using a special event?
Nope.
Oh, you said higher than 3. That's why I was wondering.
Well, yeah, because it's got to be 4 or 5 or 6.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I was thinking 3. I thought you were saying 3, 4, 5, or 6. Yes. You are correct. Okay, so I took 2 hits, unfortunately, on that. Which is not what I wanted, because what I actually was hoping was to take no hits and thus be able to get him out of San Antonio as well. That was what I was attempting to do. It's okay, because I can at least bring my guys back here. Now, I think that we have, with stacking, Dave, and I'll have to look at it again, I think that even though we have 6 stacking, I thought that I had something that said stacking does not apply in the entry spaces.
Right.
But that's something we can look at again if need be. All right.
That sounds familiar. I do think that is what we decided.
Well, but you know, now that we've adjusted the stacking and now that we're talking about this, do we want that or not? And we'll think about it. A. A's are all those blues you killed up here. I mean, you demolished them. I think, what, I got two guys left? And you got a couple things in Lansing and a couple things down here. It may be better for me to go up here. You got a 4 and a 5. There is some variability in the shock troops, by the way. I don't know if you ever noticed that, David. Okay, we'll go on the Lansing. The Battle of Lansing. 4 5s for me, and you have a 4 and a 5. I would like 4 hits, but the likelihood.
Wouldn't we all?
Oh, well, I do have wasps. I'm going to use my wasps. So I now need to roll 4 4s. Ready? Oh, almost, Dave. 3 hits. Almost.
3 hits?
Almost. Oh.
At least you did win the battle, because there's no way I can get 3 hits.
Yes, but I was really hoping there. Oh, you got a hit on me too.
1 hit.
And that's going to destroy one of these worms, and you know they'll come back, but it's bad to lose a worm because he moves so slowly.
And this is the 4, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So 1 hit.
You could have won that. You could have won that battle, Dave, because you're going to get. Yeah, because if
I
you
would have eliminated
you would have eliminated me, which would have won the battle. But in this case, you're going to have to get rid of 1 and then retreat 1. Did you hear that? That huge boom? Okay. Rotate back.
Hopefully not in your house.
So I actually only have one blue left. It's a good thing that they're going to come back. Woof. Yes, Dominic dropped something. I don't know what he dropped. Laser cannons for you. Drone strike for you. End a turn. What's left? End a turn. What's this last one? Tremors. I didn't get it. You know? I wouldn't have used it anyway. I
think at this point, it really isn't.
Well, we'll see. I may decide to down the road, but I couldn't see a good reason to, you know, use it in this particular case. Come on. I'm trying to restack the cards.
You do that. Placing your.
What are you placing? Oh, okay.
These are all the yellows, which you have fine, and then this is the greens, which you can only have here.
It doesn't really matter so much here. I'll just put that there and that there. Now, this is interesting. So we got 1, 2, 3 of them. And how many of these?
Oh, well, then you're
4 or
fine.
5. Yeah, or
There's
5
just
in this
two.
case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the other option we can do is say if it would overstack the spot that they are, that it gets pushed back to the next turn. And I've seen that in rules too. Okay.
Oh, that's very common.
Yep. I like that. Actually, I kind of like that.
I think that's a fine answer.
Well, it's just some additional things I have to add into the rules, you know, to kind of clarify a couple points that this game opens up. You need to roll, my friend. You went one step ahead and you never made your roll for destruction track.
I did. My goodness.
I want to know whether you lose the game. You need
Well,
to.
I'm gonna pick.
You decided you wanted to destroy me. It's your choice, man. Yep, and you do not end the
Not even
game.
close.
So that's good. So we can continue on. And laser cannon for you. Nukes.
Good.
So I'm rotating this just to let me know.
Well, go ahead and move it to 4 because I'm using them.
Oh, you are? Okay. So that'll be 2 6s again for 4, by the way. 5 is 2 5s or 2 6s.
I think we're gonna blow the rubble of St. Louis.
I mean, how many times have you targeted St. Louis?
This will be the second time. So there you go.
Okay, so this guy's going to go here. This guy's going to go here. Here.
Don't forget to flip them now.
Don't forget to flip them.
No, I mean the guys who you put on the turn track.
Oh, that
They
doesn't
come
matter.
back. They come back all shiny and new.
Yeah, I'll remember when we do it. Okay, I'm drawing another card. Not the whole deck, just another card. End turn. It's good for you. End turn. That's really good for you.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
Gamma. It's still good for you.
Okay.
Now, what does he do with this guy down here? Does he leave him in San Antonio or bring him back? Is that why you put that guy there to keep him a place away back?
Yippers.
I was wondering about that.
Wait a minute, how many do I have in?
You don't have 6.
Well, no. Yeah. I don't think I have 6 anywhere.
Remember, the stacking only applies at the end of the movement, if I remember correctly.
Right. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna go there. Or, no, we're gonna put him up there. Okay. Your turn.
Mm-hmm. Alpha. Dave is loving this turn so far. He's gotten all his moves, and I haven't gotten anything yet.
You haven't gotten what?
I did list some more games today, Dave. For those who don't know, Dave and I do sell games on the side, so I listed some more games to sell on eBay. Lots of new sealed games.
That's right. Brand new. Never opened.
Yep. And we sell them through what is currently called the Baltimore Vintage Shop. Was originally Baltimore Vintage Cameras when I was strictly selling cameras, but now that we sell a little bit of everything, including games, it's the Baltimore Vintage Shop. Where's this battle taking place? Lansing?
Going into Lansing.
Okay. Are you
Going
using...
worm,
You don't have an event?
worm hunting. No, I had to check. I couldn't remember which one I had.
Okay, so that's 2 5s from me, correct?
Yep.
1 hit.
Okay. And I am rolling a 6 and a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
let's
agree.
do the 6 first.
Miss.
This and the 4.
Oh, that was great for me.
That really hurt. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Well, you lost an infantry or a shock troop in the process. Get him over here. Whoa, what's going on with him? I thought I grabbed him, but you grabbed him at the same time. Here. You keep grabbing him out of my hand. Alright, let's draw another card. Unless there's another battle I'm not aware of. Is there another? Nope.
That was it.
Okay. Holy moly, it's a roly-poly. I could have used that a minute ago. C. Okay. Well, this is interesting because C still can't get through here. So, do I try to penetrate through there or do I try to move them around? You know what I mean?
It's either trying to force a quicker path or take time and
I think I'm going to try to pound them through because you don't have a lot there right now. Oh, he's bringing that in now. These can only move 1, so he's going to move the little rock. So he's not going to be in this battle. The rest of them are going to be in this battle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 5s and a 4. So 8 5s and a 4. I'll roll that while you're getting ready. 8 5s. 1, 2, 3 hits. And a 4. Oh, 3 hits. 3 hits, not bad. I would have liked the 4th hit there, right? Yeah.
would have wiped it out.
Would have wiped it out.
Alright, so the infantry's going to roll first, and that's rolling on a 4 or better.
Nothing.
Nope. And
You could have just rolled. You could have just rolled them all.
the 4? Oh yeah, I guess I could have.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, take your losses, and I'll move in there then. And then I can get you next one at time again. And that's going to rotate 1, because I did get 1 hit on that. I would have liked an additional hit so it would have been destroyed, but that was not my luck. I think you must have it set on 15 degrees or something.
Yeah, this is taking a long.
No, stop, stop, stop. It just keeps rotating around. You can
It's like
change.
the Wheel of Fortune.
You can change that, by the way.
I'm honestly not doing anything.
Oh, you really? All right.
It's just rotating.
Should we just leave it?
I swear to God, I am not touching it.
Oh, that's weird. Look, let's just leave it. How's that possible, Dave? Oh, I finally got it to settle down.
There. You want me to do it again?
No, I got it.
You take care of it.
How did you do that, Dave?
That was funny.
Well,
It was a happy little fort.
okay. We're good now. Okay,
All right.
get over there. Okay. I'm getting frustrated with your men. Drone strike. Take that drone strike. Wasps. I could have used that wasp. That wasp would have given me that last little hit. You know? Beta. Pinkies.
It's gotten so mixed up here.
Yep, they sure did get very mixed up. But you don't have a lot of betas left. What do you have, 2?
No, I think I might have 1 or 2.
Now you can well see you could take a pot shot on me in Memphis, but now that I have Wasp I could fire back on you and that probably would not be to your advantage.
Yep.
You're like, I'm just gonna hide in the fort, leave me alone, don't attack worms.
Leave us be. Alright, I'm good.
Okie dokie. Okay, let's draw another card. Or chit. Tremors. See, now this is getting risky because you're going to have to roll the 2 6s, theoretically, at the end of
it.
it.
You're going to have to roll 2 5s.
2 5s. And, you know, but there are some spaces where I'm like, like you got like, what, 4 of them here, Dave. So do I get ballsy and use that? See, I'm a little worried because, yes, I penetrated in 2 places, about to penetrate in the 3rd, but do I have enough turns left to get all the way over and take the other forts? Oh, this is scary, Dave. This is where it gets hard.
The game is working as designed.
Dave, I'm going to use it.
All right.
And I'm going to use it on that one big one there.
Frankfurt.
This might cost me the game. We'll see.
Well, we'll see if it was worth it.
So what did that do? Destroy 2 and knock
No,
out?
just 1.
Just 1? Okay. Okay, I'm going to draw again. B. Beta. My little wormy guy. Worm, why do you keep rotating around?
I was going to say, your worm is happy. You have a happy worm.
Yeah, really. So there's a worm there. You got that there. Okay, you only got 1 guy there. I'm going to bring that worm there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. How much do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll bring 1 more guy in there. Hopefully I can destroy your thing. I can only bring 1 guy in there. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. I don't think there's any other yellows anywhere.
No, I think that's it, because that's 6.
All right, let's do
Memphis.
yeah, it's going to be worth it to try to destroy Memphis to me. So even though I only need 1 hit, I'm going to use the wasps on Memphis. So I can try to get 2 4s. Because I can't use any of my greens because they're not activated.
Yep.
But I can try to roll 2 4s. Come on, 2 4s. Okay, I would have gotten it anyway, but I wanted to assure that I was going to get it.
Better safe than sorry.
Now this is, yeah. Oh, you got a hit too. Okay.
And I got a hit.
So but you're eliminated. I was gonna say, if you had gotten a hit and not be eliminated, and I gotten that hit, I'd actually had to retreat. But since you were eliminated, I can stay. Okay. So now we have this one here, which is 1, 2, 5s and 3 4s. So
3 4s and 2 5s.
3 4s. Yeah, got him. All right. So you get a fire back. Now I would have loved to have gotten an extra person in there, but I couldn't really figure out how to get him in there.
Miss.
Okay, so he's gone, and I got Nashville. Okay. That's it. Drawing.
That's it. Yeah.
A. It's like, what do I have A left? I got that guy there, and I got that guy there.
Right there.
You really kind of knocked and destroyed a lot of my guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this guy 1, 2. And leave that there. Okay. That's what I'm going to do for right now. So this must be an end of turn, correct?
I would imagine so, yeah.
So that's the end of the
Alright.
turn. Don't do anything because I got to roll, and knowing my roll, I'm going to end the world. Right?
Gotta roll 5s or higher.
Okay. I'm just going to shuffle those. 5s or higher, huh? You ready? Yes!
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So we're going to rotate that to indicate that we are still alive. Okay. So yeah, that's the 5 or higher, 5 or higher. Then it goes 4, 4, 3, 3. I got to remember to fix that. Did you just randomly put that blue guy out there?
Yeah, I'm just throwing them out there because there's some guys here that need flip to full strength.
Alright, that's good. It doesn't matter where he goes.
Good lord, I did kill all those, didn't I?
Oh yeah. Here
Good.
I got him. You killed a lot, but now you got a lot coming back at you. And I have this whole area right from here down. So
That is correct. Between Memphis and Chicago.
this is where it gets tight. Tremors. I'm not using that right now. I will hold on to that just in case. A. That's my blues. Okay, let's get some more blues into the action. Alright, so 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Is that it?
I think so.
We'll go with that for now. Alright. Let's draw another card. Beta. Pink guys. Your pink guys are all over the place. Hey, entertain everybody for a second, okay? While you move around, entertain everybody. Tell them a story. Sing them a song.
Alright, so at this point, since I know he can't move his blue anymore, let's start pulling back. What is- Let's do that. I believe there's any guys. So I don't think I have any more pink. Oh no, we have that. Nana. the end of my beta turn. So,
Are you singing still?
yeah, just
Do we have any battles?
rationalizing my strategy to all the people out there. No battles, just repositioning.
So we are also playing a game on Vassal right now. We're playing Cross 5 Aprils, but do I owe you a move or do you owe me a move?
I believe you currently owe me.
Oh my god. What am I doing, Dave? How do I owe you a move?
I have no idea. I think it's a combat, maybe. I don't know.
Alpha.
Good. I was hoping.
I can't
Hoping
believe
to get alpha.
I can't believe I owe you a move. I'm trying to stay up on those, and when we're playing by electronic mail, and make sure that I give, you know, appropriate moves and everything. But for some reason, I must have forgotten and not given you your move.
Okay.
Good.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll have to move.
well, I mean, you got to start getting things back and defending if you can. You know. B, yellow. Well, we got a couple yellows here that are definitely going to come in. We got another yellow here. So let's move that guy 1. And let's move that 1, 2. And let's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my god, I can't come in. What do you got here? A bunch of militia. Is that all that's there?
Militia.
Fine, we'll bring him there. I haven't moved this guy yet. 1, 2, 3. And he'll sit on his side. No, he won't. Okay, let's do the battle down here of Atlanta. I'm rolling 3 4s. And what are you rolling?
Well, I'm trying to get my laser cannon. There.
Oh no, I forgot you had a laser cannon. You got a 6, a 5, and 4 5s. That's right, these are the strong forts. Woof. Okay, I'll roll my measly 3 4s then. Ready? I got 2 hits.
2 hits.
It's about the best, almost the best I can ask for. There's only one that would have been better.
Okay, so 5 5s, which in this case are actually 5 4s.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't look good.
4 hits.
So I had 2 hits and you have 4 hits.
And then 1,
1,
6,
2,
which is actually a
3,
5 or a 6.
4. Oof.
So 5 hits.
Yeah, and I gotta come back.
And how many hits did you get on me? 1.
No, I got 2. No, you were making me think. I'm like, how many did I get again? All right, let's get this militia out of the way. Let's see. Ready? Dud. Ha! Look at that. It's a dud, Dave. Flip that one. You had a tank hidden under there.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even see the tank.
Oh, and it's a 4.
3 4s against my 2 5s.
That 4 wormy.
3 4s against my 2 5s. Okay, I'll roll my 2 5s. You ready? 2 5s coming up. And I got 0 hits.
Alright, now I'll roll the 2 4s first for the...
Yes. For the tank.
Oh, come on, dice.
Well, that's a hit. So
Yeah, that's it.
Worm is dead on. Dead. He goes right there. Okay, well that was interesting. That's it for that. Let me draw another. Holy moly, it's a roly-poly. Drone strike for you. Gamma. So when Mo had his little happy hour today, as I said, he gave away some games. He gave away some pretty good games. Oh, first of all, he gave away I think it was a 4-issue subscription to Line of Departure.
Oh, very nice.
And that went to anyone who could guess could guess the games that Jim, the guy that publishes Line of Departure, had created. And I was there struggling. I was like, I knew this game. I knew the game. I knew the game. I couldn't remember. And finally,
No,
somebody came up with a
Casalo.
exactly. Someone said Romulo
Romulo
Gonzalez,
Casalo.
and I was like, oh darn, I almost had it. And then the only other one I could find on BGG, well, there's a couple on BGG, but the other big one was Britain Stands Alone. But the key thing was, and this was the other interesting connection, in the next Line of Departure, Jim reviews Brave Little Belgium. So that was kind of exciting.
Nice.
Yeah. So then they gave away the Patton's Vanguard that I got. Are you done with Gamma, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then, C, that's me. They started giving away some additional games, and I was out of it for a while because I had already won Patton's Vanguard. Because the next game they gave away was, of course, Atlantic Storm. And I've been wanting a copy of Atlantic Storm for a while, and I don't have a copy of Atlantic Storm. I know you do. But
I have them both.
you have both copies. Well, you know what? I lie. I have the old copy of Atlantic Storm. I don't have the new copy of Atlantic Storm. I have the Atlantic Storm that you worked on, and that was the connection that I kept thinking about, because you worked on that with Ben Knight.
Yep.
I gotta keep bringing my guys in here and taking chances, because otherwise, what's the point? You know.
What's the point, indeed?
So they gave away Atlantic Storm, and of course, as I said, I was thinking about you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Because you had worked on that game with him. Now, remind me again, what did you do on that game with him? Did you work on cards, or what did you work on?
I worked on all sorts of graphic design, and I was also a playtester.
Mm.
So,
So you have experience.
design.
You have professional experience playtesting.
Yes, I'm a professional playtester.
Ah, yeah, like our friend Paul O'Neill. He was kind of the all-around playtester. So I am rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s and a 4. So I will roll my 5 5s, and I don't have any special events. What did I get there?
I don't think you did. It was 3 hits. It's pretty good.
3 hits, and I get 1 roll of a 4. Right?
Yep.
Oh, it rolled the wrong way. 3 hits. Well, that
Roll the right.
for you. So that will at least take care of your shock troop and your heavy tank, and we'll rotate that fort one way down to 3 pips. Now remember, the point of the game is I need to destroy 2 of Atlanta, DC, or New York. So if I can destroy this one, that will be 1 of the 2 I need to destroy. But I'm running out of time.
So that's 2 misses, and then just for the fort.
Oh, Dave, what was that?
That's the rolling that we all know and love.
Oh my goodness, Dave, what was that?
But you're still.
Well, I'll be besieging you, and I'll have the ability to bring in some more because I only have 4 guys there, and you are going to have to rotate it 1. You want me to rotate it since you had some trouble
Yeah,
at?
you rotated since last time. Mine was doing a little disco action there.
Okay, I got 4 guys there. Okay. End of turn. Wasps. I could have used that earlier. That would have been really helpful. Nukes. Are you using it, Dave? So you would be rolling 2 5s next time.
Nah, I'm not
He's afraid of losing the game. And this must be an end to turn. All right.
Yep, it is.
So that's that. That's that. Nobody has to roll in the nuke table because neither you or I used the tremor or the nuke.
You showed restraint.
I did show restraint, and so did you. Are we missing a card?
Yeah, tremors.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
And I moved the turn. So.
And did I have any men coming in? Any swarm coming in?
Nope.
No swarm coming in. Oof.
I didn't destroy anything that turn.
Well, the 2 turns ago. Okay, let's see what we got. We got A, the blue guys. They're flipped upside down for some reason.
You flipped the deck.
I know, I did so accidentally. Well, you know what? Which way do I go? I guess I go this way.
You're not going to go visit your wife's
In Buffalo?
in-laws?
No, I don't think so. 1, 2, 3. These guys over here, I don't know. We're going to have to see. This is where the battle board actually might come into play, because these guys are all involved, but the guys in Cleveland are not.
Don't forget your wormy.
Yeah, I need to move him 1 over. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 4s and a 5. 4 4s and a 5. And what do you have? Just these 2?
2 5s.
4 4s and a 5. Yeah, I'll roll my 4 4s. That's it? Nope, only 1 hit. Oh, I thought the other one was a hit. Oh, that's not what I needed, Dave.
That's beautiful.
You better not hit. I'll be really mad. Because then I gotta remember which way they all came. Oh, Dave.
Hit.
Dave, what are you doing to me? Okay, let me see if I can remember all
That's
this.
a big victory.
That
Big
is.
victory.
I think I only had 1. Oh, they all came this way, right? So there's
From
2.
the general Cleveland area.
Yeah, so they all can go back. It's a big force there. He's going to be tempted to nuke it. Okay. I think that's it for that. Drones. Holy poly, roly poly. Yeah, I don't think you've attacked me much at all. So.
I don't think you've used that card once.
Well, you just have
I
not.
think the one time I attacked you, you didn't have it.
You haven't really attacked me much. Okay, so we're obviously going to do the battle here again, and I'm going to see whether I can bring in any additional forces. I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't bring in that guy. Well, I'm going to flip that. I'll bring in that guy
I
instead.
was gonna say, yeah, you might want to bring him in instead of an ant.
And then I'll bring that guy to there. Okay. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 5s and 2 4s. Do you have a special card or anything?
Only an attack.
So 8 5s and 2 4s is what I said, correct? Whoa, what did I just do?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 8. 1, 2,
I think you got it.
3. I
Yeah,
did.
You got it.
I think, is this the first time that either one of us have gone one of the cities, or?
Maybe. I don't recall it happening too often if it has, so.
Well, it's looking good for me, Dave. Now, I wasn't so sure before, but it's looking better for me to maybe win this game.
Well, I just hit
Yeah, 2 hits.
So.
Well, that's not what I wanted.
Don't be declaring yourself victor just yet. So I have to make it to either Washington or New York.
So, one of the victory conditions is met. Still have to take one of these 2 up here. Okay. So we're pulling another card then, I think. Well, this is interesting. I've gotten all the first couple cards pulled. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's it? That's all my yellows?
Yep.
1, 2. That's all I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be some yellows in here. Yep, there are. That's where my yellows went. So what do you have here? You have a militia. 6. A 4 and a 6. You should not be rotating anything. I got 2 5s and a 4, and you got a 4 and a 6.
All right.
I will roll my 2 5s.
Nice.
And my 4. Okay, I got 1 hit.
And I have a 6 and a 4.
Now, of course, I do not want you to hit.
This is the 6.
Good start.
And this is the 4.
Oh, good.
So
Oof.
you're locked down.
I wanted that. Yeah, you can't. The militia has to go first because he can't move. So he would have to be taken away. I might need to put that in the rules someplace. Okay. I've drawn all mine, so it's going to be down to whether you draw yours before the end of turns. Dave? I'm not sure if you want to draw them or not. That's not really going to help. There's a nukes. Do you want to use it?
Well, let's take a look here.
You will be rolling 2 5s or 2 6s next time. So besides Patton's Vanguard and Atlantic Storm, they also gave away a copy of Academy Games Tutor.
You got a little overstacking going on up here.
What happened?
7 units in Cleveland. Remember, you brought a lot of guys from different spaces, so I'll let you sort that out while I look at the next stuff.
I wonder how that happened.
You brought a lot of guys, so that could very easily have happened.
They came through Lansing and Cincinnati, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, you could split them up anyway.
Well, let's just put that one back then.
You're good, damn it.
They, Tutor from Academy Games, and they gave away, Ancient Civilizations of the Inner Sea. But it was funny because, as they were giving away games, they got to those, and I requalified to enter, and I looked over on my right-hand side, and I have a copy of Tutor sitting there. And I looked over on my left-hand side, and I have a copy of Ancient Civilizations sitting there, and I'm like, well, I don't know that I need either of those games right now. I mean, I'm selling these games, but still.
Yep. You want to flip my nuke there? I'm hitting Cleveland.
You mean rotate them?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Because it was on 5 and now it's on 6.
Now it's on 6.
Okay.
And Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay. So now it does get really advantageous for you to hit some of the bugs on the later turns because it gets to a point where I can't place them back.
Yeah, they won't come back in time.
They won't come back in time. Exactly.
Like that worm.
Well, yeah, I don't even mean that kind of coming back. What I mean is that, if you're down here on this turn.
Oh, once we get past turn 10.
Yeah. They won't come back in time. Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Let's draw a card then. Alpha. That's not alpha.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. It's the purple color, guys.
Yeah.
And what you're doing makes a lot of sense.
Surrounding the wagons. Or circling the wagons.
Yeah, you don't have much left. I'm looking at what I have here. I'm going, oh my god. These couple guys down here could have been useful that were in gamma, but they're not really going to prove very useful if they're just hanging out. Laser cannons. Gamma. Unless you can get them up somehow. Now that that would have been useful for me to maybe have kept a man in Memphis.
Yep.
I'm getting hungry here late at night. I am definitely not using that. Okay, end of turn. Okay, what else do we got here? Anything else? Beta. You can decide in a minute whether you want to use that or not. Because you got some rolling to do, my friend. So if he rolls a 5 and a 5, a 5 and a 6, a 6 and a 6, 5 and a 3, that is not going to do it. You lucked out there, Dave. That adds a little bit of tension to the game, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
That's going to bug me. Okie
Oh,
dokie.
and I know you already throw it in here, and don't worry about it. I was going to use the beta.
Oh, I did. Yeah, just have to make sure to pull it out afterwards.
Yeah. So, and all it was going to have was this. So.
That's legal.
Right.
Okay, it's going to be coming down to these forts and whether I can knock them out in time. Right? That's what I'm seeing, Dave.
So.
C. See, you've kind of boxed in my C a little bit. I mean, there's a militia here and something else. What else is there? Oh, 2 militia. And there's that militia and that. Well, it's probably still better to go over here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay. So let's see what you got. You got a 4. Ha!
2 forwards. Very nice.
Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 fives. Okay, first roll. 1, 2 hits. Oh, that's all I need.
That's all you needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm rolling for my 2 forwards.
Oh!
2 hits.
Huh.
So,
But I eliminated you.
do you advance?
No, I can't advance. I would have had 10 guys there. I can't have 10 guys there. So we may need to lower the advance option because, well, I guess not. I mean, the stacking in Brave Little Belgium is 8 and it's 5 to 1. Stacking this is 6, it's still 5 to 1.
Right.
It's a little different in White Eagle Defiant. But that's a different game. Tremors, I'll hold on to it for now.
Tremors.
I'll hold on to it. You never know. I don't know if I want to roll 2 4s, though. End of turn.
Oh, I like that.
I have all my special events. And Gamma.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Okay.
You don't want to move that guy?
Nope.
Yeah. You were kind of looking like you did for a second. Okay, my blues. So you kind of did some damage to my blues, didn't you?
I did.
What do I have left? 1, 2, 1. He's not going to Syracuse. He just landed there by accident.
Yeah,
1,
I gathered.
2, 1, 2, 1.
Spiders in Buffalo.
5.
And a 5.
So 3 5s and a 5 for me. Do I want to use a special event on this? Which ones have I already played? C's. No, I'm not going to. 3 5s? Is that what I said?
5s.
Now watch, I won't get it. Yep! Oh my god, Dave.
3 4s.
I know, but I was going to use that special event. I said I wasn't going to.
Oh, the terrible ifs accumulate.
Oh.
But I missed anyway, so.
But I still got to
Tides go to
retreat.
defenders, so that hurt.
Yeah, that hurt.
That really hurt. Excellent job, Scranton.
It's funny part is I said when I said to you earlier, I said, yeah, that guy in Scranton, he's not going to do anything. You know, the Biden boys in Scranton, or the
Dunder Mifflin.
yeah the Dunder Mifflin Defiant something Defiance. We'll just call them the Defiance.
There you
go. Okay, end of turn figures. No, but I'm good. My yellows did activate. One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Ooh, grab the whole stack. 1, 1, 2, 3. Did I already move that guy? Yeah, I did. 1.
The worm, yes.
2. Okay, so we have a little battle here, I think, right? Just 2, and you just have 1 there?
Just 1.
And I'm not going to have a chance again, so I will use it in an attack. So I need 2 4s or 1 3. 2 4s or 1 3. I'll roll for my 4s first. 2 4s. Oh, I got 1 hit. Do I need more than that?
That's all you need. I'm rolling from a 5. Oh, and I did not hit. So.
Okay. But I don't get to advance or anything.
No.
But I'm on the verge of Washington D.C. there.
You're knocking at DC's door.
See, now if I start pulling you, it'd be interesting to see what you do because nukes. Does he use the nukes? You would be rolling 2 6, 2 5, 2 4s, Dave. So either 4 and a 4 or 4 and a 5. Keep going? Okay.
Yeah, at this point I don't feel the need to.
Well, that's end of turn anyway.
Perfect.
Okay, so I didn't use my tremors. You didn't use your nukes. Let's see what's here. Did you activate anything?
Yep.
You must have activated one thing. So you have a choice of choosing alpha or beta for next time for going first if you want. You don't
I'll
have
do beta.
to do beta. Okay, I'll take alpha. Oh, what no, you can't do beta. You have to do alpha. Remember that beta was the one that beta was the one we put in by accident.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Good memory on you, sir. Nope, that's fine. That was the only one I was going to use.
You don't want to use alpha?
Alpha is pretty much where it's going to be.
Okay, so I will yeah, sorry about that. That was the
No.
that was the mistake in 1 2. Okay, so we will shuffle that.
Put your buggies back up there. And from here on out, you get no more bugs.
So anything that comes back in is dead at this point. Permanent, well, not dead. They're permanently dead and nothing comes back. Whoa. I only have 2 turns to do this, Dave. I better get drawing. Nukes. Are you using it? Are you thinking, Dave? He's like, I'm thinking, Ryan. Come on. I'm deciding. Well, I'll tell you what, Dave, this game ended up being very well balanced. I mean, for me to come down to the last two turns, and here we are trying to figure out, can I take it over or not? I mean, you don't have a lot you can do on the last couple turns except defend. But still. What did you decide? Did I lose you, Dave? Dave, you there? I think I lost Dave. Well, let's see if Dave comes back. He's connected. I'm going to chat with Dave and see if he's there. Dave. I can't type tonight. Are you there? Maybe his phone died. Well, this is what happens when you're trying to do a live stream. Sometimes there are difficulties like this that come up.
Hello, hello.
Oh, you're back. What happened?
I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you.
No?
I had to. I just simply. It said I was still connected to you, but what I did was I turned off. Turned off. The program and turned it back on.
You turned on and off Discord?
Discord.
Huh.
Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of the program.
I was texting you. I don't know if you saw it. Are you using nukes?
No.
Okay.
If that's where I dropped off. I said no. I'm good with nukes.
Okay. See then. That's the green guys. You kind of got them bottled up a little bit.
Yep.
I'm like, do I try to go backwards with them? What do I, you know?
Time.
I don't have time.
Remember, that's a two. To get to Washington, that's 2 spaces.
I know. That's the problem.
I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I mean,
There were a couple of really decisive battles where if you had wiped me out, I think you'd been in a better position.
well, let's do this. I'm going to bring this guy in, all of this in. How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against your 1. So hopefully you do not get a hit, and I can advance after combat.
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7, and hopefully I get a hit. So I get 8 5s. I only need one.
I think you'll get a hit. I think it's more a question of will I get one. If you
I got 1 hit, Dave.
What? Really?
You
Oh,
got
look at that.
1 hit. Now you need to get 0
Wow.
hits.
No, I need to get 1 hit.
No, you need to get 0 hits. Yes.
There you go.
So that is extremely good, and that's one instance where this guy who only has 1 movement point, he gets to move up.
Now, stop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nuking you.
You're gonna
Using nukes.
nuke and
So,
your guy as well.
I'm nuke Riley.
Well, you're.
Yep.
Well, I'm not in Riley.
No. That's what I said. I'm nuking. I'm sorry. I lost track of where we were. Yep.
You're nuking Richmond.
Yep.
All right.
So all of this goes away. He gets flipped, and he cannot move to Washington.
Well, that also destroys your guy.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll have to think about the timing of that. I feel like once the one battle is over, you know.
Well, and that's the whole thing is if you don't feel comfortable with that, then we can say, all right, you can't.
No, because we had said that you could use the nuke at any time.
Right.
But you know, could you have used it when at the end of that battle in Raleigh, or only when it got to Richmond? But you are rolling, you know.
Indeed.
So
You may want to flip me because yeah.
no, I did. I did.
All right.
Well, but that did hurt because I was hoping to get through into Washington using that. Although I do have these yellow guys still that can possibly do that. Laser cannons, that's not good. I did not want to give you that. That's been a powerful card this game. Oh, but there's the bees, and that's good. Because 1, and that moves 2, so that can cross. This guy, he can come to here, but he can't really go any further.
Yep.
Whoa. What am I doing? He can come over. 1. He can only go to there. 1.
Or you could move them up to.
Well, no, I think that's fair right there. So we'll do this little battle right here. So I'm rolling 2 5s and a 4. And you may be using your card, I don't know.
Laser cannon, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to be rolling 2 5s and a 4. I'll roll that first. 2 5s. Oh, 2 hits. 4.
2 hits.
Mm-hmm. I got 3 hits.
3 hits. Okay.
Total. Every one of them hit.
And I'm rolling 5s, and I got exactly 1 hit.
Okay.
So that hurt.
So you're definitely losing this guy. And this is going to rotate twice. Right? So right there. It's fine. That was really a big deal right there, Dave.
Yep.
We got a beta. Can your betas really do much at this point? You got the beta up here and you got a beta down here.
It's kind of odd that I have an unmolested beta. Yeah, sure, why not? At this point, I have nothing to lose. So.
Well, I might as well throw that in then.
Hey, you finally get to use it, so there you go.
3 4s and 2 3s. 3 4s and 2 3s. 3 4s and 2 3s. 3 4s. I got. Oh, I didn't roll the other one. 1 hit. 1 hit, I think. Yep, 1 hit.
1 hit total?
Mm-hmm. And you got 1 hit total?
Well, I'm rolling now.
Yeah,
I get 1 hit total, so.
Okay.
The wins.
So that's interesting. So I got to move backwards.
No, I'm the attacker. Defender wins.
Oh, you got 1 hit total. I'm sorry.
You're used to being the attacker, my friend.
I know. So you got to flip, and I got to flip 1 too. Okay. Yeah, I am used to being. Tremors. I'll hold on to it, but I seriously doubt I'm using it at this point. Gamma.
I don't think I have any gamma left.
1. I don't think you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you don't. Your gamma.
I
Your
think so.
gamma are dead. Wasps. Yes, I might need that. End turn. Drone strike. Alpha. It's not going to make sense for you to. I mean, you could fire at me, but I'm going to fire back at you if you fire at me because
Yep.
I got wasps. A blue guys. I think it's just going to have to take it slow and steady and come back in here. I don't think it's going to make sense to try to go 1, 2, 3 and try to get in there. Okay. Stop moving.
Yeah, it's because.
I don't think I have any more things that can be drawn, so I'm going to use my wasps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fours. I'm sorry, 5 fours. 5 fours. I got 1 hit. That's all I needed.
That's all you needed.
But 1 hit.
Oh, look at that! I got 1 hit.
Okay, but I can't have see. Then that would have sucked if I had had 1 additional. I could have advanced after combat and got into New York, but I didn't have it.
No, but I got a hit. So.
I think these are all end of turns anyway. That's right, you did get a hit anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Down to the last turn.
No, it's not.
But I got to roll, so.
You got to roll. If you get 2 4s, 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 6s, or a 4 and a 5, a 4 and a 6,
I have
5 and a
50%
6.
chance of ending the game right here. So let's see what happens. Not even close.
Oh my God, Dave!
All right.
Come on, stack, flip, and shuffle, and that rotates. So we know you rolled. Correct. This is it. This is the last thing. I think I have a shot at DC here, Dave.
I think you do.
I
think this is the closest we've come yet.
end turn. Wouldn't that be funny? 3 end turns.
That would be fun. 3 end turns. Yep.
Nukes. Are you
Nukes.
using it? Now this is interesting. You know. I mean, I could not get DC. You could use the nuke. You would have to roll at the end of the turn. Theoretically, you win, but then you'd have to roll at the end of the turn, and if you get then you lose.
Nah, I'll hold on to it at the moment. Let's see what happens.
Drone strike. C. Oh my God!
He's pretty much.
Because
not gonna
these
help.
are all yellows up here, aren't they?
Yeah. Your closest C's are in Atlanta.
I forgot about that guy down there. I mean, I guess he could come up here. That's all I have is 2 left. I see a bunch
Yep.
over here. 4.
Yep.
No other greens? No greens here? There's a green there, Dave. But he can't go.
No.
He cannot go and attack in there.
I
That's
remember that's why I nuked Richmond.
that's a really interesting aspect of this game. All right, well, he'll do his roll of 4 and see what happens. He got a 4.
Okay. Now I'm rolling for a 4.
Okay, so he's destroyed.
Almost.
He's destroyed, and he's okay. All right, well,
That's it for C, really.
gamma. Do you have any gamma left?
Which I don't have any gamma.
Oh yeah, we should have just taken that card out of there.
Other than New Orleans.
Holy moly, it's a
Holy
ring.
molies.
I don't think we're gonna be using that one. Oh, wasp. We may use
Wasp.
that one. That's a big one. Oh my God, Dave.
And turn.
Come on.
Come on.
Beta. This is ridiculous. If I lose on one more end turn, I'm gonna cry. I truly am gonna cry.
I'm not moving out of New York, so that's the only thing I got.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Laser cannon. You ready?
Oh, defense, which is good for me. 'Cause
You
I
ready?
can use that. I'm ready.
Tremors.
Tremors.
What do I need here? I'd have to get. That would only help if I had. If I had 1 there, I could just immediately go tremors, but
Right.
I'd still have to roll, and it would be. What are we down to? 2 6s, 2 5s, 2 4s.
Yep.
Oh my God, Dave.
And turn.
Gee.
Wow. And what's next? I guess the last one is
Oh my God.
Beta. Is the last one Beta? No, you would have rolled Alpha,
Alpha.
then A, and then B.
It was
B
the last
one.
card. I thought I had this one, Dave.
Saved by this. I thought you did too. Although I felt pretty confident with my defense that I was slowing you down. You won a really lucky battle with DC. If I had beaten you there, I'd have had the game. But you won and were able to stick there. So
Oh my gosh. So, of course, at the end of a game like this, we think about things that we need to improve upon and fix. I mean, one of the things we obviously need to fix is the destruction track. I gotta fix that so that it's
well,
back.
it's a cosmetic. That's not a gameplay.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I think one major change we came up with here is the idea of the Americans occupying the home bases for the bugs.
And I have that as if there is an occupation of those and they can't be placed, that the reinforcements are moved up a turn.
Bump to the next turn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The next question is: are you comfortable with the stacking?
I am.
Okay.
What did you think?
Well, it seemed like the game worked better for the bugs with the stacking, so
I don't know why that would be. I mean, it definitely.
I think it just was the way it played. I don't
Right.
think it had really anything to do with that, but
It made me.
I don't.
It made me
I'm
think a
sorry.
lot. It made me think a lot more about what I could do and how I could do it.
Right.
You know, otherwise you can just kind of pile those 8 in. I had to really look and go, oh, I got to move this here and this here and this here and this here. It ended up being a little bit more strategic that way. You know.
Right.
What else? What are we missing?
The 5-1. You're okay with that?
The 5-1 I'm okay with. We did have a little bit of interesting wrinkles with the 5-1 where, well, I mean, not really an interesting wrinkle. It's I could have moved if I would have won. Like if I would win a 5-1, say in Richmond, and I had a worm. Can that worm then advance into DC? And
Right.
you know, I'm thinking, yeah, at this point, you know, there's some exceptions to the rules as regards movement if they're really pushing.
That would be the only exception for that, because there's no other way a worm would be able to do it.
Because there's no forced march or anything in this game.
Nope.
So the worm normally would not be able to cross a 2 movement point, but because an advance just basically allows you to move to another point. I mean, unless I make it so that an advance after combat can only be done on a 1 movement point track, but I don't really like that idea.
No.
I like it as being like it's like a hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, and yeah, we overran them and we can keep going, you know. So I think
It's like a breakthrough.
yeah,
Yeah.
or an overrun.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Overrun. Yep. Even better. Yep.
And
Yeah,
I kind of like the fact that that's one instance where the bug can be used in that capacity. I mean, not the bug, the worm. The worm can be used in that capacity where the worm, and if you can strategically make it work so that the worm is there with 4 others, which, gosh knows whether you can do that or not, then you know that worm could happen to get into one of the other cities. I mean, it's not really I mean, it's not. I never saw it as a restriction of. I never saw it as a restriction of like the bug. I mean, the worm couldn't somehow get there. It's just that in the
Right.
time allotted, it was difficult. You know, and the time allotted on a 3-day span, it was difficult for them to get there. You know what I mean? What else?
I think I really like having the nuke/tremor option at any time.
Nuke.
Because trust me, I was seriously contemplating nuking you if you drew whatever it was, gamma, yellow, C.
Yeah.
I was gonna nuke Richmond again.
So, but at any time, like, so we had a little bit of an issue there, where it's like I finished the battle in Rowley.
Right. Well, then that's just
You
it,
know,
is,
can-
and I would say that you would have to say nukes can be used prior to the beginning of any action,
Okay,
even
prior.
if it's, in other words, you. No, that's kind of hard there, because I mean that is in the middle of. But I don't know. I mean,
Well, no,
I
it-
kind of like.
No, that makes
I
sense.
like the.
You there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm there.
No, I think that makes sense. I prior to the beginning of any action, so, or or when it's drawn. So when it's drawn, you could use it.
Right. Right.
Before I move, you could use it. Um,
Before the beginning of a battle.
Before the beginning of a battle.
In other words, if you had rolled, I can't say, "Oh, I'm going to nuke you." No, by that point, it's too late. The
Because
battle's begun. You got to wait till the battle's over to use a nuke or a tremor.
I might have to add some specific language in there about that. Because I could see you saying you can use it before the beginning of a movement.
Right.
But then I'd have to put in an advanced after combat is the beginning of a movement, so
Right.
But then you would have
Yeah.
you would have hit me in Raleigh instead of Richmond in that case.
Right.
Okay, so we need to think about that and how to formulate that. Okay.
Yeah, I think really the only time that I would say you cannot use a nuke or a tremor is, like I said, if you're actually fighting a battle. You can't use it then.
I'm in the middle
You're
of a
committed.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah, the battle is a commitment,
Right. I understand.
But other than that, I that was the fun of this game for me was do I do it or do I not?
Well, and you
And
lucked out on the
honestly,
rolls.
I did luck out on the rolls a couple of times because I think the nuke blasts definitely helped slow you down
Oh yeah, you hit me a couple times up in.
in the Northeast.
Yeah, I don't even remember where it was anymore. Cleveland, Lansing, someplace up in there.
Let's see. I hit St. Louis twice. I
Uh-huh.
hit Chicago. I think I nuked Lansing. It's like a pattern. I think Cleveland got hit, and then
Well,
I don't know if I did.
I think we took out Tom and Mary someplace up in Michigan.
Lansing. I don't know that I did it in Detroit, but I didn't. Or do we have Detroit?
Detroit,
Ooh, we do
Detroit,
not.
Detroit's gone, man. It's on the water over there.
Oh,
But they're
Tom
like,
and Mary aren't there?
well, they're like in Dearborn or someplace. I don't know. They're in Michigan someplace.
Yeah,
I
they're
forget.
suburban.
They're suburbish
They're
someplace.
not. Yeah, they're not actually. I think Tom mentioned he's like 40 minutes, 30. I don't know. They're
Something like
close to
that.
Detroit, but-
Yeah, I mean,
think
I don't,
this is-
I don't know
I
about
think-
Detroit. I mean, Detroit is kind of there, but with Lansing there, it didn't make sense to have Detroit there. I could put
No, it's
Detroit
fine.
instead of Lansing, but
I,
I kind of spaced it out a little bit better by I don't have Grand Rapids. I don't have Milwaukee. I mean, there's other places that I don't have.
you don't have Baltimore.
I don't have Madison. Well, Baltimore's wiped off the map. There's some that aren't wiped off the map that I don't have on here that I chose because of the spacing and whatnot.
Actually, I'm pretty happy with the cities and with the connections.
I mean, there's some that are tighter, like Cincinnati and Indianapolis and Frankfurt ended up being tighter, but so far it seems to flow well. I mean, it seems to work well. It seems to, have a nice thing. I mean, I don't know. I've been enjoying the flow and feel. I mean, there's definitely some differences. Kansas to St. Louis is probably, I would guess, more distant than Indianapolis to Cincinnati, but the worm can only travel that distance, and that's fine. It seems to work.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we're done for the night. What do you think?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to see you tomorrow at 4, right?
Yes, and I guess I would just dial into the server and
You're going to connect to the same one that we're on now.
right.
So exactly the same one that we are.
And you'll be using. I guess they'll be using Tabletop Simulator.
You are going to use Tabletop Simulator just like we did the other day. So it's the server's going to be a BLB just like the other day,
Right.
and we'll be good to go. Oh, I just gave away the server. That's okay. Somebody else might join us.
Oh,
All the people listening,
workers.
all the people listening to this broadcast will get on
Yeah.
and interrupt us. I can make it private if need be. So yeah, we're good to go. And I think we're really narrowing this down. I even though I didn't win, I was so close, and it seemed like such a balanced game.
It was a nail biter, and I had fun. That's probably the best game we've played yet of this.
Yeah, I do agree.
I think this week you've come a long way with this game.
Yeah.
I think we've been able to bridge a lot of stuff, and now I feel like okay, the bugs are getting a better chance of winning.
I do want to get it done, and I do want to get it shipped out. I do tell you that, but I think we need to play test it a couple more times.
Yeah, a couple more times, but it's very close.
Yep, it's very close. And there's always a chance that once it's signed by somebody, that in development things will change as well.
I'm sure it will.
You know,
But
there's hasn't been many changes in when we did Brave Little Belgium. There was really not much of anything changed,
no
and
change. Or very
and
little.
and very little changes occurred in White Eagle Defiant. There might be one little change that I'm going to add into the rules in White Eagle Defiant as regards forts, which I can't remember what it is right now. But
Right.
other than that, it's been pretty. Oh, I know what it is. It has to do with special events and forts. Um, like if you, it's the pot shot. If you don't have the other, like in this game where you had to have the um, where you had to have I had to have wasps in order for you not to take the pot shot against me. If you are taking a pot shot, you can't use a special event as well. And that's something that I've added to this game, and that I probably will be adding to White Eagle Defiant, because otherwise you have 4 strength forts and you're shooting and you're hitting on 4s. It could be pretty crazy, and some of the special events just don't make sense with what you have. Although laser cannons kind of do make sense for this one, but others don't necessarily make sense. So anyway, still something to think about. I am going to disconnect and say goodbye to everybody. So you go ahead and say goodbye to everybody as well. We had a couple
Bye, everybody.
we had a couple playbacks. Nobody made any comments, but we had a couple playbacks and maybe at least one viewer that did watch for a little time. So we'll put it out there that it's available and people can watch this and see, what it really is like when you are play testing internally and deciding on what the game needs and what it doesn't need. So it's been about
Development process inward.
3 hours worth. 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take care, Dave. I'm going to end the stream. I'll leave you on the talk, but I'm going to end the stream.